Can y'all hear me? Can you hear me? Can y'all hear me? Okay. All right. Well, let's bring in this song because I don't want to start the song. I don't want to start the show without some music. You feel me? All right. Let's see what's up with this thing right here. Yeah, when I cry, when I laugh, cause I'm glad that I'm past that mess till I pass. Can y'all hear that? That bless, even bad breath when you living is better than good breath when you lack flesh. Got a glass. Y'all hear the music though? My lost breath hasn't made it back yet. I'm on my last breath, walking the last step. I'm on the last test, final answer and my last guess. Wonder what I gotta pass next. All right. I'm on my last quest, so much harder than my last track. Mad bless, hope I can outlast death. Grim Reaper got my address. Down on my last cent. Cash spent from a check I don't even have yet from my last rent. Swear this shit has got me mad stressed. I inherited my dad's debt. Never got to hear his last breath. And the only reason I ain't passed yet, I'm the first ever and the last left. I let the record show. I let the tech explode. Put up the weapon show. Pull up the Texaco. Knuckles in Mexico. Call up the technical. They know the text are blow. Shut that, I'm Plexico. Turn you to vegetable. Body electrical. Acid and alkaline. Body so flexible. The shooter's feast like a Uber Eats. Got a group of these scooter bees. While letting the Uzi Aruga speak. An American got up in Cuba eats. The powers they seek and powers that weak. They follow and creeps. Powers that be. Inherit the world from cowards and sheep. Been to the mountains, top towers and peaks. Flowers and sweets and shower the feet. The lightning and thunder that shower the sleep. Shower the D's. This not a verse, this our receipts. What would I do with my last breath? Would I yell? Would I cry? Would I laugh? Cause I'm glad that I'm past that mess. Till I pass, never felt that blessed. Even bad breath when you living is better than good breath. When you lack flesh, got a glass chest that I cracked and my lost breath hasn't made it back yet. I'm on my last breath, walking the last step. I'm on the last test, final answer and my last guess. Wonder what I gotta pass next. I'm on my last quest, so much harder than my last track. Mad bless, hope I can outlast death. Grim Reaper got my address. Down on my last cent. Cash spent from a check I don't even have yet from my last rent. Swear this shit has got me mad stressed. I inherited my dad's debt. Never got to hear his last breath. And the only reason I ain't passed yet, I'm the first ever and the last left. It's like a track fish. I attract women, they the bad women. I'ma splash in them, leave a bag with them. Then I raise seeds to be mad different. If I die now, I'm coming back in them. Cause they dad missing, but they cash dripping. Cause they royalty, so they brag different. Ain't no ass kissing, never had feelings. Seen a white victim in a black witness. Back ripping on my last mission. Yak sipping, blowing black ism. Gat missing, he was lack slipping. Smack hit him, now he act different. Apparition, the bad vision, the maggot chip him and crash the system. Uncle Tom, cause you that willing. Fuck the law, I'm going back to living. Astral prisms, the black religions. Activisms, the conversations. Sacrilegious, the palms of Satan. Black magicians, Babylon erasing. Raise our hands to God we praising. Hustle in, the marathon we racing. Nipsey at the finish line, he waiting. What would I do with my last breath? Would I yell? Would I cry? Would I laugh? Cause I'm glad that I'm past that mess. Till I pass, never felt that blessed. Even bad breath when you living is better than good breath. When you lack flesh, got a glass chest that I cracked and my lost breath hasn't made it back yet. I'm on my last breath, walking the last step. I'm on the last test, final answer and my last guess. Wonder what I gotta pass next. I'm on my last quest, so much harder than my last track. Mad bless, hope I can outlast death. Grim Reaper got my address. Down on my last cent. Cash spent from a check I don't even have yet from my last rent. Swear this shit has got me mad stressed. I inherited my dad's debt. Never got to hear his last breath. And the only reason I ain't passed yet, I'm the first ever and the last left. Woo! That's right. There you have it. My good brother, Cambada, featuring Red and Blue Pill. Last Breath. You know what? I be trying to retire that song, but I can't because it's so much death going on. There's so much last breath talk going on. Like I be wanting to put that song away because there's new music, but I promise you, y'all, like as much as I'm trying,
Every single week, there's something dealing with somebody's last breath. You know what I'm saying? I didn't plan this shit to be like that. You know what I'm talking about? I didn't plan for it to be like that. We just made a goddamn song. But it's a fucking eulogy. You know what I mean? Death is in the air. Yeah, it's a hit. I need y'all to do this. I'm in a trolling type of spirit, man. I mean, why not? Fuck it. We don't know what tomorrow will bring. Where I'm at is snowing. I'm in a bunker right now. It's fucking snowing where I'm at. Imagine how I feel. Who got Brother Rich's Instagram? We gonna act this nigga because that video need to be shot. Okay. Last breath. You know what I'm talking about? That video needs to be shot. We need a budget. The shit is hot. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm like, come on, fam. What are we doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, the album dropped in July. Clearly the family is on it. Let's go. You know what I mean? Let's go. Let's get this shit shot. That's how I'm feeling right now. So yeah, let's troll Rich. Shout out to my brother Rich. You know, that's my guy, but he could get trolled too. You know, let's troll Rich and be like, nigga, put the video out, shoot the video. Let's go. Put some bread up and let's get that last breath shot. You know what I mean? So I could too, I could do my thing. I'm gonna do my Narcos scene, you know, maybe with Felix from Narcos. Narcos in Mexico. I'm following El Chapo on Instagram. Not the real El Chapo from Narcos. You know, I might have him do a cameo. But yeah, it's gonna be lit. Yeah, let's troll Rich. He's doing the matter of fact, he's doing him and KT the Arch Degree are doing the WhatsApp, right? I'm drinking on sea moss right now. Don't worry, I don't got the corona. I'm just being preventative. I'm sipping on the moss. But they have on WhatsApp. Let me see if it is gonna zone in. Come on. What's up with the? I thought my shit was HD. Let's see. This is the 7th-day CMOS immunity builder. What's up with this camera? This shit's supposed to zoom in. There you go. CMOS immunity builder on WhatsApp. Who's on WhatsApp? All of my UK massive. Wait a minute. What am I doing? You could tell my brain is fried. I'm not even doing the goddamn roll call. I'm out here running my mouth. We got the fam in the building. Y'all online at VIP trying to get in, and I'm not even Let me go bouncers. Bring these niggas in. Let's go. Where they from? London is in the building. I'm talking about London is in the building. Okay, we got London in the building. Shout out to the UK. Shout out to the UK. All right. I heard the Queen got the virus. That might be a go. Shout out to the UK. You know what I'm saying? Y'all doing real good. I had to scroll back up so I can start from the top and whatnot. Let's see where the family is tapping in from. Shout out to everybody in the building tonight. It is so good to see you. I miss each and every single one of y'all. God damn, this quarantine been something else. You know what I'm talking about? Virginia is in the building. Okay. Virginia's in the building. The 202 is in the building. UK on lockdown. Talk black to me. Yes. LLAILA Afrika lived 74 black ass years. You know what I'm saying? He is a legend. We're going to get into that tonight. I hope I don't cry on this show. But if I do, it's warranted because that was the big homie. And, you know, I really fucked with him. Pause. Houston, Texas. Houston, Texas. Shout out to Houston, Texas. All right. Shout out to Houston, Texas in the building. All of the Houston family, hold it down. You know what I'm talking about? Shout out to Pop Darby, my brother. Atlantis is in the building. Yeah, Harris County, Houston is in the building. Houston, Texas, Cloverleaf. What's happening? Pop Darby, what's happening? All of the family in Texas, Tyleek, Soul Vegan. Make sure y'all getting y'all vegan food, man. This is not a game. OKC, Upstate is in the building. New Orleans is in the building. Largo, I hope it's not Largo. Is this Trump on the line? What's going? Illinois is in the building. Is Ivanka watching? What's up? What's happening? Is it Trump or Ivanka? Somebody from Mar-a-Lago was tapped in. 336 is in the building. Yeah, Cali's supposed to be on lockdown, but every time I see 19 keys and billionaire PA, them niggas is outside. So I don't know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Ray, you should get Dr. Valentine on ASAP. Why? For what? I already had him on. We already did. You got to remember. And this is not me being braggadocio. I'm just giving you the facts because you're not going to hear it on CNN. We do our shows 2 months in advance, and you got to go back. It's not like we're not reactionary. We're proactive with the information. So you actually got to go back in the archives, and you'll hear us talking about shit that's going on right now, like the coronavirus. You could go and listen to the old Phil Valentine episode. It's right in the archives. Are you subscribed, my friend? You know what I'm saying? Subscribe to the channel, go in the archives, and you'll be able to hear the best of Phil Valentine from about a month ago. He laid it out. I don't want to bother that man. He already came and did what he had to do. You know what I'm saying? Let him live. He got shit that he got. He got books to write. Juice Plus to move, you know. The next thing that I will be doing with my master teacher is an online lecture. You know what I mean? That's how we're gonna pull up to the function. We're gonna pull up with the online lecture. You know what I mean? That's what we're gonna do. So that's coming soon, you know, not Largo, Florida, Seminole County. All right, that's what's up, Seminole County. I appreciate you, brother. I love Phil. I love him too. And I'm gonna say this, and I'm not saying this in no kind of way to be facetious. I'm gonna get into this talk tonight because, you know, the world is in the building. We don't got to shout out all 300. We know that everybody's here, and I'm saying that welcome. And how is everybody doing? If there's some issues that anybody is going through tonight, you know, I'm not trying to be a social worker, but we could talk about it. You know what I'm talking about? You know, we could talk about it. Put, you know, I'm not saying to not doing it right now. I might go live before the show is out. I might bring about 3 or 4 people in because I want to talk to my fam. I want to talk to my audience. I want to talk to the family. We got to come up with a name for y'all. I think y'all are KT aliens. How do you like how that sound? You're KT aliens. You know, like Outkast had AT aliens. Well, y'all could be KT aliens. How about that? And I want to know what everybody, not everybody, but I want to know if there's any things that we can help or assist if anybody is going through some real shit. But we're tapping back in after taking, last time you saw us was a week ago, I believe, on live. So I'm tapping back in, unless you were the 100 plus students on Thursday. And I just want to say to my student class, to my student body who pulled up, right, and made Thursday's class, the evolution will be digitized 2020. Not only did y'all top the last class by numbers, the fear of a Black or more Messiah, you know what I mean? Y'all topped that number, but y'all showed me that the information that I've been disseminating not only is appreciated, but you're willing to support these endeavors. And I was doing this before the coronavirus. Yeah, let me dab on you niggas. Talk black to me because, yeah, I was ahead. I sniffed it out. I was figuring things out. You know what I'm talking about? And that class was 5 hours. Yeah, hold on. So, because you know, sometimes people be on here beating on their chest. You know, I'm not the king of consciousness. You know what I'm talking about? But T Moore, I just saw your Cash App, my brother. What I want to say to you is you're a fucking legend, bro, because you sent above what you know, what I would expect. So I just want to say I want to give thanks to you, my good brother, because you know, you represent and you took in, you know, you're doing your thing. The class was lit, you know. The people who were in the class are in the audience, and they're saying what how they felt about the class. The class is available too, right? The class is available for it's on demand, right? Video on demand. We make it easier now. So if you do miss the class, if you was sleeping on the ball, if you were, you know, if you had narcolepsy, you was sleeping. I'm not here to judge nobody because I be sleeping on shit too. You know what I mean? I was sleeping on the Tiger King on Netflix, and then I binge watched it, and now I'm traumatized. But we'll talk about that too. I was sleeping on Madam C.J. Walker too, and I watched that, and we're going to talk about that too because that's an interesting propaganda piece that they put out. But the class is available. Everybody who was a student in the class, go into your emails. If you did not receive an email today, because people have been emailing me that they wanted to see a replay, I had to wait for Zoom to send me my files because they was 5 hours. So the shit took like 3 days for them to send me my files. They kept sending me all of these files that was insignificant. If anybody uses Zoom and you record to the cloud, you know what I'm talking about. But they finally sent me the 5-hour lecture in which I now have available, and I forward it to everybody who paid to be a student and whatnot. So if you have not seen your email, go in your email right now and either look up Constant Contact, put that in your search engine because it's coming from Constant Contact. It's not a regular Gmail. You know, yeah, niggas done stepped it up. How about that? And you'll see the class and you'll be able to view it. Now, see, there you go. Do I have a replay link from Zoom? Go. I emailed you. I have emailed you. Everybody got emailed. Constant Contact. The shit lets me know if you opened the email or not. What's the numbers? What's the rate? I'll let you know the rate of open emails from the one that I sent out today. So you might be a part of the people who not open the email, and I get that. You might not realize that it's coming from me, but it's Constant Contact. That's KTL University. It's coming from KTLUniversity.com, and you are now, you know, you'll be able to binge on that once you finish the show tonight. Don't worry about it. I took care of everybody. I got y'all. I'm doing a poll to see what you want the next class to be. I threw it out there at the end of the 5-hour class if they wanted the next class to be Quantum Supremacy 2020, or if they wanted the next class to be Fear of a Black Planet 2. I mean, Fear of a Black Planet 2020. You know, touching on the fear, not the fear of a Black Messiah, the fear of a Black planet. You know, I've been doing these lectures with Professor Griff, who from Public Enemy, who came out with the album Fear of a Black Planet. So we've been doing these lectures since 2011 with the God. So I'm thinking about doing that again, but quantum supremacy to me makes more sense in lieu of the last class. The evolution will be digitized, where we were dealing with the quote unquote options that have now miraculously opened up as a result of not just the coronavirus, but just where we at right now in 2020. There is something coming called the Industry 4.0, and I highly recommend that you go and do your research on the quote unquote go and do your research on Industry 4.0, right? It's part of the industrial age. Remember, there was the industrial age 1.0, right? And that dealt with the machines. They took oxens and cows and black men and women off of the fields and replaced it with steam and coal engines. So now we fast forward, we're all the way up to Internet 4.0 or Industry 4.0, where the Internet of everything is going to rise up. 5G is going to rise up. There are a lot of things. Full hyper automation is going to rise up. I remember doing a research on this months ago, not realizing how the hell, how could you see past Thursday classes? Oh, that's easy. $20 in your email to a Cash App. We made this shit easy, y'all. We simplified the game. But I remember doing a research and I was asking myself, how are they going to pull this off? Like, they would have to completely overhaul, you know, the industry as it is right now. I don't see how the world is going to get on one page. How is that possible? Because the world economy and the way that the world is moving, that's not how they move with all of these trade pacts. But now, in lieu of what I see taking place, right? In lieu of what I see taking place with the quote unquote coronavirus, I'm like, oh, this shit is genius. Look at what they did. You feel me? Like, look at what they just did. Right underneath our noses. This shit has changed overnight. Okay? This is bigger than 9/11. You've never seen the whole world get locked down. The world is on lockdown, right? And somebody is communicating with each other, right? Is that pink? Yeah, we got this for sure. Somebody is communicating with each other, preferably a bunch of people in power, and they are making moves, you know, underneath our noses, right? Underneath our noses, while we focus on the fear tactics and while we focus on trauma and while we focus on we focus on false expectations appearing real. What are they doing? They're quote unquote dumping their stocks. But people talk about the stock market is going down. The stock market is going down, but what are they buying the stocks? What are they buying? If they're dumping one stock, what stock are they buying? Because like I said, Industry 4.0 is here. Hundreds of CEOs step down. Hundreds of CEOs step down. Why? What did they know? Hundreds of people, hundreds of senators dumped their stocks in January after receiving briefings about the coronavirus, or not just the coronavirus, Reset 2020. That's what I call it. Reset 2020, with the coronavirus being used as the impetus to do the reset. Somebody said they want to be called a melanin mob. I like KT aliens. I like KT aliens. We will do a vote. I'm gonna put a poll on my page, and I would love for y'all to give me some feedback, because this is about engagement. You know what I'm talking about? This is about engagement. This is about us building together, so y'all don't feel like this is some dictatorship. Rosh Industries is going up. So the guns are going up, right? Ammo is going up. Colt 45 and all of the guns, all of the quote unquote arms stocks shooting through the roof. Zoom and StreamYard. I don't know if I don't know if StreamYard has stocks, but they going through the roof too. Zoom is going through the roof. KTL Legends. I like that. Zoom is going through the roof. There are a multitude of stocks going through the roof because they're dumping the stocks that they don't need anymore. Medical supply stocks are going through the roof. Everything hemp is going through the roof. Marijuana is going through the roof. These are the things that Kramer, Joe Kramer, whatever that stock shit is. I don't think they're talking about all of this right now. So we just have to be mindful about what we're seeing. But while we're seeing what we're seeing, this is where the responsibility sets in. At the end of the day, I'm responsible for disseminating information in times like this. I can't go missing on y'all. Right? I can't go missing on y'all because I need y'all like y'all need me. You know what I mean? I got information. You can ask people around me. I'm constantly diving into the internet, you know, even when I'm supposed to be doing other things. I'm wrapped up in this information. I'm wrapped up in bringing forth information and solutions, and I'm wrapped up in researching, you know, and it's worth it. And it's worth it because this is what this whole thing is about. Like, this is what this whole thing is about. You know what I'm talking about? It's about preparing ourselves with information and outformation for days like this. This is what Dr. Afrika was doing in his 74 years of blackness. He was preparing us. He's not with us anymore. Why? Maybe his job is done for the moment. You know what I'm talking about? Maybe he disseminated enough information and wrote enough books, and the information is there for us. Okay? And that's the same way that Dr. Sebi left us when he was ready to leave us. He gave us what he needed to give us. And then he went into the ancestor realm or the quantum realm. Dr. Francis Cress Wilson, Dr. Delbert Blair. This is what I was saying about Dr. Phil Valentine, and I'm not trying to be facetious, but we have to protect everyone with a doctor in front of their names at all costs. And I'm not talking about Dr. Zismore or Dr. Oz or Dr. Miami. You know what I'm talking about? I'm talking about our doctors, the ones that we consider to be our master teachers, the ones who are unreplaceable. You cannot replace Dr. Afrika. You cannot replace Dr. Sebi. You cannot replace Dr. Ben. All of the Ben clones, they can't even stand in his slippers. You understand? They can't even stand in his chacletas. So we got a few doctors left. We got Dr. Claude Anderson. We got Dr. Phil Valentine. You cannot clone Dr. Clark. You cannot clone Dr. Blair. They're unclonable. You cannot, they're like they say, when an ancestor dies, millions of books burn to the ground. It's like a great library burning to the ground. These people, you can't get them back. They may be one of these lit babies that's coming back with their head up and whatnot. You know, I have a child coming this month. Matter of fact, my due date is in a few days. So I already know I'm bringing back an ancestor. I already know what it is. You know what I'm saying? So the ancestors are coming back the same way that they leaving, they coming back. I've met babies, indigos, 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 years old. And I could look and tell. I'm like, yo, nigga, are you in there? Who's in there? Which one of the ancestors is hiding behind these pupils and whatnot? Because one of them are there. I've come across some ancestors in my travel, and they babies. So I know that the ancestors are coming back with a vengeance. But for right now, y'all, for right now, right? We're losing some of our master teachers at a fast pace. You understand? In the past 10 years, I could go on for, I mean, this show will last 4 hours if I gave you the names. These are, there's unnamed people. Dr. Jack Felder. I have to say their names so they go on and they live on in eternity, because that is how this thing works. We have to immortalize them. I've made the call and I've made the plea before for somebody to come forth and build a museum. Turn your house, convert your properties. All y'all that ran around claiming properties and all of that, you know, where the fuck, where y'all at? Where y'all at? Because I ain't, you know, no offense, I'm not trying to shit on nobody. There's people out there eating and working and flipping houses, but where's the open house? And where are the quote unquote accelerator? Where's the incubator homes? Where's the startup homes? You feel me? Where's the creative? Where's the workplaces? Where's the create spaces? Where's the workspaces? I'm gonna fill y'all in on something that I was sharing with my comrades this weekend. A $1 billion idea that came to me, and it came to me maybe too late. Watch Coco. Oh, you think I haven't seen Coco? Coco, that's a must-see. It's an animated movie. Family, if y'all haven't seen Coco, you gotta see Coco. It's from Disney. It's in Mexico. It's dealing with the ancestor realm. Shit is lit. Got a Grammy. Or what is that, an Oscar? We need to turn some of our homes into ancestor shrines. I'm talking about the whole house, a fucking shrine, with the pictures of all of our master teachers on the walls, with items of our master teachers on the wall, because a lot of our master teachers do other things in life. Like some of them are artists, some of them are painters, and they have profound artistic skills. I could name a whole bunch of them. Some of them are musicians. You know, we need an outpost like that where we could bring offerings and we could bring candles and we could bring stuff like that. We need that. We need that. You're going to draw them? Please do. Every single artist that's out here drawing the master teachers, every single, because remember, I went to a museum in New York City, right? And it was a mansion. They converted a mansion into a museum. I forgot the name of it. I think it's called the New York City Museum. I don't know, but it was lit. It was lit, and they had projectors on the wall. They had this new technology, the same technology that you'll see at the African Museum in DC, the new one that they built, the African Museum, where they got tablets. It's touch, everything is like touch screen, and they got the projectors beaming the images off of like chainmail and whatnot. The shit is lit. That's what they had in Manhattan at this museum. That's what we need to be doing for our ancestors. Too many of them have left us. Understand what I'm trying to explain to you. We have a source of power on the other side that I don't think anybody has realized, because I don't hear. I do not hear. Yeah, just like in the Watchmen. Exactly. The shit that they showed you in the Watchmen, that's doable right now. Augmented reality. Go and do the research. I got creatives on the line right now. I got creatives on the line right now who know what I'm talking about. Who are willing to go ahead and animate some of these master teachers and whatnot. I'm talking about doing this for power purposes. I'm talking about doing this for, let's say that we do the research on the coronavirus and we like, oh, well, look at this. Niggas in Rome got it. Niggas in Turkey got it. The Ottomans, the Persians, Xerxes and them niggas. The Iranians got it. The Koreans who be beating up our people for their wigs and whatnot, they got it. The Chinaman who been doing a lot of fuckery in Africa, Jamaica, and other places, yeah, they got it too. Wait, white people upstate New York got it? Oh, okay. Oh, niggas in Washington got it? Oh, really? All I'm saying is this. We are so infatuated with whatever these news channels tell us and how to think, and they dictate the narrative. You understand? And everybody's running around talking this and talking that, talking about social distancing. I'm trying to get up with you niggas so we could do something. Drink some fucking sea moss and shake it off. You know what I'm talking about? This is not your disease. This is not for you. So when we see things like that, we need an altar. We need a place of worship so we could go and lay down some motherfucking offerings and tell the ancestors thank you. And then we could also tell the ancestors, I need y'all to I need my descendants to descend into my womb. I need my descendants to descend into my my blue light, into my sperm. I want to bring y'all back. But they're not gonna come back through you if you're not there working for them. Fuck out of here. You're not that lucky. So we need to begin to tap in to something that's a little more higher frequency than Don Lemonhead and sitting around waiting for the fucking Trump White House disaster speeches. Did you see the shit that he was talking about today? How dare this dude, how dare your president talk as insane? How dare he be a sociopath, a psychopath, or alive? This nigga is out of his mind. He said, and I'm quoting him, you know what? In hindsight, looking at the coronavirus, it's not everywhere. There's some pockets that the shit just doesn't pop up at. This is what I suggested we do. We go ahead and spend our money, get back to work, and give the economy and Wall Street the jump start that it needs. That's what you niggas need to do. That's what he said. It's all theater. It is all theater. Y'all we are so soon to forget. Nobody was worrying about the coronavirus until they shut off the NBA, the hockey league, for all you niggas watching hockey, and they canceled spring break or spring training. That's when niggas started losing their minds, when they began to shut society down, thus creating an artificial uncomfortability that people had to react to. Now people are going to be like, oh, Red Pill, you're not being responsible. This is a crisis. This is a pandemic. Who you know got it? Who you know got it? I know somebody that had it, said it kicked their ass, floored them, almost body. Not, it didn't say that it almost bodied them. It said it beat them up. But they all right now. You know, I know people who the flu almost killed them earlier this year. You know what I'm saying? But they all right now. They back to they ratchet selves. Like nothing ever happened. Look at these NBA niggas talking about, yeah, I got the coronavirus. Where's your symptoms? Idris Elba, he ain't even cough. I didn't see no pain in his face. Tom Hanks and his wife, they running around. Oh, we chilling. We got the coronavirus. He online making jokes. I saw David Icke's videos about the corona. I played a clip in my class on Thursday. My father is 75 years old. My father is 75 years old, right? I don't want my dad. He kind of shook. You know, where he works at, it is little Asia, right? He had to walk through little Asia to get to his gig and whatnot. And he's like, fam, I can't afford to get it. And I'm like, I understand. You know, you need to stay your ass at home or take a Uber, right? And somebody said it's mass arrest going on. Yeah, give me proof of that. Don't just give me a QAnon text. You know what I mean? That's not enough. We can't be that gullible. You gotta give me some proof. You gotta give me some proof. And that's nothing against you. You know what I'm saying? But I need proof, because these people be saying anything. This deep state and all of that. It's a lot of distractions out there. I'm here to let you know why them white boys is getting ready to kill niggas. It's a lot of distraction while them white boys is getting ready to purge you niggas. You understand? When this shit collapses and they start purging and whatnot. This is my question. This is my $1 million question. The white people is panicking, right? They going crazy, and niggas vicariously go crazy because niggas are just crazy, right? And they need a reason to act up. So that's why they acting up. Like I said, They wasn't acting up until the European gave them a reason to act up by canceling their fucking NBA and then making them think that the food stamps was going to get canceled. And then they start acting crazy, buying out all of the meat and all of the pork and all of the beef in the store, all of the dairy in the store, all of the canned goods and stuff like that. They started getting all of the bad shit from China. You know what I mean? I mean, you know, you can't save everybody. Somebody said ever since Trump's election, there's been nothing but fear mongering. That's a fact. And then now it culminates in 2020, the year of fear, where this whole thing has crystallized, and you're going to have a whole year of fear. This shit is not going to stop. This is not going to stop. This is the beginning of some shit. You know what I'm saying? So we have to be a little more mindful of what may take place. You talk about mass arrests. Okay. Well, Trump said he's working with Google. He said he's working with Facebook, Instagram, and all of them. Do you think if this country goes under martial law and they bring them, they start knocking on doors and they want to see your ID, do you think they're not having a fucking list of some dissidents to disappear during this opportune time to get rid of niggas? You don't think that that's what's about to happen? You don't think that that's how they finna do this thing? And if that's not what they're gonna do, they're gonna line niggas up for that vaccine. Okay? Coronavirus is a cover for 5G. Of course it is. Like I said, 5G is going to be rolled out. Right? 5G will be rolled out because Industry 4.0, in order for the stock market to go back up, 5G got to come to America. In order for the stock market to start in order for that shit to rebound, 5G and the quote unquote Industry 4.0 has to arise. Mark my word for it, and pay attention and just, listen and pay it and look, because it's gonna you're gonna see it in the media. It's a rollout. They can't talk about it now. It's too opportunistic to say anything now. It's going to be a rollout. It's Hegelian dialect of the highest order taking place right now. So what I'm saying is, at the end of the day, what are our solutions? What are our solutions? We have to have some concern. We have to have a collective solution, because if not, we are not proving ourselves worthy to even go into this new age. We just gonna be like the fucking sheep. So my thing is this is that time. I did a show last Monday called Voltron, where I brought the shifters on the show, right? To show the family, when they're encouraging us to talk about social distancing, we're saying, no, my niggas, you have to get together. How are you going to protect yourself? The white boys that's in the motherfucking National Guard, they not practicing social distancing. When the police is rolling through niggas' blocks and the whole precinct come out, they not practicing social distancing. So how the hell are you gonna allow Donald Trump and fucking Mike Pence to tell your ass to stay inside and to stay by yourself? No. You gotta vote. You need to, you have 30 days off the hamster wheel. You have 30 days. The fucking hamster wheel has stopped. Give praises to the ancestors for that. Thank you, ancestors. The hamster wheel has stopped. Niggas have a break from the hamster wheel. What are we supposed to be doing? We supposed to be finding ourselves in an environment where we all are coming together. The creatives amongst us, not niggas that sit around and ask questions all day and be chatty pattying. Not people with red eye who want to hate on the next man. No, the creatives, people with vision, with ideas and skill sets. We need to be together right now, creating in these next 30 days, so we can rise up. It's springtime, so we can spring forward when they relax the quarantine with some motherfucking content. And when I say content, I'm talking about albums. I'm talking about reality shows. I'm talking about books. I'm talking about ebooks. I'm talking about the gamut of what a fucking creative team could come together with while you're quarantined for 30 days with some resources. That's what I would have wanted to do. you know. But the shit came to me like Saturday night. You know what I'm saying? It ain't about to shut down traveling, and but the lockdown is, you know, and like I said, I got this baby on the way. So I'm not gonna be running around in bunkers and shit. You know, it's just I might have to tap out, you know, and just do what I need to do. But for anybody that's out there, this is not, this is not intellectual property. Go and take that idea and build on it, y'all. Please. If you live in Boise, Idaho, if you live in any of these states that the people said that they live in when I did the roll call, and it's 3 or 4 of you, especially the brothers and sisters that don't got children. Salute to you right now, because you have the opportunity to pull a motherfucking heat. You could drop this shit in 30 seconds and go the other way. You niggas need to be on an island somewhere. Take your ass and get on a $30 flight and go somewhere. Go take about 3 creators with you, and y'all niggas need to create some shit. You know what I'm saying? Just go and create something. Go take the J Electronica album, an ounce of some motherfucking cookie, some you know, Girl Scout cookie, some sea moss, and get up out of here. Airbnb is giving out they renting out mansions, they're renting out castles, they're renting out lodges in the woods, they're renting out resorts on the islands, my niggas. Why are that's how I know that the people is on some sheep shit, because niggas will not move. You know what I'm talking about? Niggas is really shook. You got gay people. I seen homosexual men wearing gloves and a mask to go play in feces. What does that think about that? These niggas is fake. Oh, I want to wash. I want to disinfect myself. Nigga, you're a walking infection. How about that? Fuck is you talking about? It's a cosmetic thing with these people. It's a cosmetic thing with these people. But I tell you this, these are 2 observations that I made when I was in New York. I'm not in New York no more. I got up out of there. 1, the homeless the homeless people, they still walking around being homeless. They don't got no symptoms. They not even coughing. These niggas, they still nodding out. They still smoking crack. They still laying on a sidewalk. But I don't see a lot of them like I've seen before. But who is disappeared from Harlem and Brooklyn? Well, not really Brooklyn per se. I be in Harlem and the Bronx. Guess who disappeared? White folk. And I know I look, there wasn't enough people in the airport to convince me that all of them motherfuckers went back to Nebraska. You understand? It wasn't enough people in the airport. The airports was jammed up, but it wasn't a run on the airports. Where are the white people in New York City? I'm asking that question because I promise you, I'm talking about those who live in gentrified neighborhoods. Look around. Look around and ask yourself, and they're not in the house. White people don't stay in the house like that. They're not self-quarantined. I don't want to hear that, because I was in New York. I survived 9/11. I survived the Sandy, the motherfucking superstorm Sandy. I survived a whole bunch of shit, Giuliani and a whole bunch of shit. I know my city. I know when my city is empty, and I know when my city is filled to capacity. I remember being in New York City post 9/11, and I felt the emptiness, like, yo, where is everybody? At night, I'm riding, I'm looking at, because you could look in all of the skyscrapers, you could look in all of the buildings at 8 o'clock when it gets dark. Niggas don't go to sleep at 8 o'clock, but all of these white people buildings, all of the lights is out. Where they at? That's what I want to know. Where they at? Because they not in my hood like that. They're not in, they in Whole Foods. If you wanted to get them, you could get them right now. They in Whole Foods. They're in Whole Foods, but they not in the streets like that. Not how they used to be. I don't see, they not in the streets. 3 a.m. dog walks and all of that dumb shit. You don't see that. Central Park, all of that Central Park joggers, and nah, they not there, my niggas. They not there. And the only person killing alive is D Nice and Boozy, nigga. They're not on live. You would think mad white people was on live. D Nice with the DJing and Little Boozy with Shorty showing they twat and whatnot. They the two most lit niggas on live right now. It's not white people. It's not white people. So in just a short amount of time, right? For everybody that's dealing with quote unquote the semantics of gentrification and everybody that's dealing with real estate, right? Just like that, in a matter of a few weeks, the quote unquote, remember they were utilizing a theory that moving into mega cities out of the country where they were from, Midwest America, breadbasket America, moving into the mega cities, that was advantageous to them because of the tech boom and other things. Now, just like that, that shit went to the left. Now it's advantageous to live outside of the 5G range. Now it's advantageous to have no neighbors. Now it's advantageous to be in the motherfucking woods. Now it's advantageous to be far away from the big cities, right? That's the new move. So for the brothers and sisters that got the tax money, who's going to take advantage, because remember, you don't got to pay mortgage for a whole year from what I'm seeing and whatnot, according to Fannie Mae. So y'all should not be looking into buying no $300,000 co-ops. I'm glad they didn't book me. I was about to get booked. I would have been tight. You know what I'm saying? Locked into some shit in the city. I do never want to be in the city again. I don't want to be in it. I'll drive into the city and check on you city niggas, but I don't need to be in the city. You know what I mean? That ain't it. After this corona shit, you know, even though I said that people who are creatives need to be together, I'm going to practice social distancing from knuckle draggers and just uncouth niggas. You know what I mean? Who the coronavirus should really do us a favor and take away from us. You know what I'm saying? I'm staying far away from those Negroes. And I need to focus more so on the people who need to be focused on. But the white folk is gone. I don't know where they went. Maybe the bed, where the bedwinches at? Y'all need to give us a report. They didn't even give us a heads up. Like, yo, White Zaddy is leaving. I didn't even get nobody gave us a tweet. We didn't get no heads up. You know what I'm saying? We wasn't made aware that there was no vacancies. They just left. They might have took their bedwinches with them. You know what I'm saying? Or they might have left them behind. I'll let you know when I go to the cafe and see how it's popping. You know? No, I'm not in the South. I'm not in the South. No, I'm not in the South. You know? I was weighing that out too. I don't want to do the South during the pandemic. I'm good. Yeah, Harvey Weinstein got that shit. Harvey Weinstein got that shit. So the people that I see getting it, like I said, the athletes, don't cry for them niggas, because they are on live with corn. They got the fucking corona and they doing lives at day parties. They're chilling. They're not there. Don't worry about them. They good. Don't worry about Tom Hanks, nigga. Forrest Gump is good, right? So it's the elderly that we should worry about. It's the elderly that we should worry about. So we should do what we need to do to protect the elderly, like Go-Go and all of them, Paw and all of them. You know, we should worry about them. But a whole bunch of old white people who got away with fucking with our people all their life, they dying because they can't breathe. I say fuck them. You know what I mean? Straight like that. Thank you, ancestors, for washing these niggas in 2020 like you promised me that you would. That's what I'm saying. And I got a theory. Hold on. 1619 to 2019. That was the quote unquote 400 years of slavery. Can I get a witness? Talk back to me. Who remembers that? Project 1619, right? Remember that. Project 1619, 400 years of slavery. Why were they quote unquote calling it the 1619 Project? And why were they focusing on the 400 years. The year of return is what it was called, but it was a 400-year window. Why the 400 years? Because in the Biblios, in the Bible, in the Biblios Helios, the same text that many of you grew up reading, they spoke about a curse, and that curse time was up in 400 years. Let's get into scriptures. You understand? Let's get into scriptures. In 400 years, the curse was supposed to be up. Not only was the curse supposed to be up, but there was supposed to be a retribution as a result of the curse, based on the fact that the people who were responsible and who were benefiting from the curse did not atone. That's why the New York Times and a lot of the Europeans were running around trying to atone because of the quote unquote, because some people know the Pope was out here kissing ashy feet, nigga, he was kissing African feet. No offense, where my Africans at? Now y'all know y'all got some ashy feet now. He was out there kissing them shits though, and he didn't give a fuck. You know what I mean? He was like, he was into it. You know, he stayed down there for kind of long on them feet. You know what I'm talking about? And when you do the yeah, he's sick too, right? Maybe for kissing them feet. But when you do the research, and remember, think about the mentality of a nation who looks at their Pope as being the viceroy of God, right? And then he gets sick. So imagine what the elders in Italy is going through when they seeing the big homie sick, right? They're like, oh, what they Italian, right? Not mozzarella. Look at the Popa sicca. But I tell you this, right? Because that's North Italy where the virus is at. This is not South Italy. And for anybody that was watching Godfather Harlem this year, you saw what the Sicilians thought about us. You saw how the Italians thought about us. You know what I mean? And if you do more research, you know what the Romans think about us. Hold on, let me finish. So coronavirus, called COVID-19. Why is it called COVID-19? Because it was founded, the shit made its name, it made itself known in 2019, the year of return, right? The year of return. Almost exactly 100 years to the 1919 Spanish flu. Go and look it up. Okay? The 1919 Spanish flu, right, was started in, get this, wait for it, Kansas, right? Kansas. Okay? It was started in Kansas, the same place where they won the Super Bowl championship, the same place that the brother Nelson L came on our show and explained how Kansas being the breadbasket of America, right? So in 1919, the Spanish flu killed millions of people. And then 100 years later, in 2019, we have a new flu. It's the 18 Spanish flu, but it lasted to 1919. Like, walk with me. So it was from 1918 to 1919. So COVID-19 is exactly almost exact. If I'm a year off, but it ended in 1919, and in 2019 is 100 years. Can I get my? I gotta get my Texas Instrument calculator on you niggas. Like, do I have to add that up? Okay. So come to find out, when I'm doing the research, and it hit 19 years after 9/11, you on it. So when I was doing the research, Bloody Summer, right? Red Summer, 1919, the Red Summer when they was washing our people, right? So when I did the research, came to find out that in northern Italy, there's a patron saint for plagues and for pandemics. In northern Italy, right? The same place that you see the coronavirus eating those Italians alive, right? Northern Italy, not Southern Italy is where the Sicilians and all of that. Southern Italy is like how you got north and south. Everywhere you got a north and south. It's almost akin to you got down south in America, in the United States of America, and then you got up north. So the Sicilians, the ones with Moorish blood, the traces of the Moors will be found more so in southern Italy, right? People with melanin. The northern Italy, the northern Italians, those are the fucking Romans, okay? Those are the Romans who, when you go to Italy, they treat you like shit anyway, huh? And they running around blind, selling the organs of Africans to be trying to come over in the Mediterranean, and the Nigerian mafia is over there in Sicily or in Italy putting black African women into prostitution, right? So the patron saint, she's a martyr, meaning that she got killed for her religion back in the days. The patron saint for plagues in northern Italy is named Saint Corona. The patron saint in northern Italy, in Rome, in Babylon, for all of my Nyabingis out there, the patron saint name is Saint Corona. So the question to you, the question that I would have to ask the family is this: regardless of the conspiracy theories or what we may say, oh, the Chinese this, oh, Dean Koontz, he wrote about it in his book, I mean, I believe in social programming or predictive programming, but my question to you would be, you have to answer this question: is this spiritual? Is this something that the ancestors have a hand in? Is this part of quote unquote plagues? Is this plague something that could be considered a biblical plague? Because at the same time of the quote unquote plague, you have the locusts swarming in Africa. Okay, you have the biblical locusts swarming in Africa. And I mean, they do this shit about every year. With the locusts is nothing new. It's not like they just popped up. They've been locusts out this bitch for a minute. But think about it. Think about this. Is this biblical? Because if it is, and I'm seeing it because I'm tying this in, my spirit is telling me that this shit is tied into the 400 quote unquote year of return. This is tied into the Jubilee. Look at all of the country. I'm gonna pull it up right now. Look at every single, I'm gonna show you all of the countries affected. Y'all not doing I don't think people is doing the right research, because you'll never hear this on the news. They're not gonna give you this perspective. Hell no. How could they? This is impossible for them to give you this perspective. These are the affected countries: Italy, Spain, Germany, France. These are all colonial countries. South Korea, they don't like us. Switzerland, UK, Netherlands, Austria, Belgium. The fuck is you talking about, nigga? Norway, Sweden, Denmark, Portugal. I'm not playing with. I'm turning this shit off. Canada, Australia, Israel, Brazil. Can it get any fucking, I'm just asking y'all. You have two options. You're going to go with CNN and what they telling you. You're going to go with Donald Trump, or you're going to think freely and start looking at this bitch for what it is and tell the ancestors every day that you wake up, thank you. Thank you. Look at all of these places. These are places that are involved in a slave trade. These are places that have been involved in pillaging Africa for their Mama Africa. These are places, right, that are considered to be fire bun. These are not places that I'm putting some I'm not, nigga. These are not places that are friendly to our people at the end of the day in history. In history. And like I said, This is a 400-year experiment that's going on. Because even though you niggas forgot, the ancestors never forget and they never forgive. So I'm looking at this through a biblical lens right now. I'm looking at this through a spiritual lens. And it's not going to allow me to be in fear. It's not going to allow me to be in quote unquote victimhood consciousness where I'm acting like, you know, they just shut down Atlanta. Okay. All except for Russia. Do you know what they would do to your black ass in Russia right now? Fuck Russia. You know what I'm talking about, nigga? Are you serious? Get the fuck Russia. Russia is not our friend like that. Russia is a Greek Orthodox, very racist society where they are elevating. I don't know about Russia back in the days. I know Russia right now with Putin and whatnot is them people are white nationalists over there. Are you serious? So y'all worrying about the wrong people. Y'all wasting all of y'all energy on the wrong people. You know, not y'all, but I'm just saying our people celebrity worshiping. Oh my goodness, pray for Tom Hanks. Pray for who? Excuse me? Pray for Tom Hanks and his wife is doing Naughty by Nature on live. Nigga. Nigga. I don't want to align myself with no pilgrims. Get the fuck out of here. What happened to grab your own nuts? What happened to grab your own nuts? Russia is not releasing any death reports, but they building a few hospitals. You know, most of Florida is shut down. Virginia is not shut down, and we don't have a curfew. Okay, guess what? You should take time for those who don't have a curfew. Take it from somebody who I don't got a curfew, but take it from somebody who's witnessing how that curfew shit and how that lockdown shit works. I mean, when today they locked down New York City, right? So New York is semi-locked down. You got none of the stores, and this is another thing that surfaced as a result of what the ancestors are showing us. Fuck that. Essential and non-essential workers. How about that? We never put that in perspective. Essential and non-essential. Now they got some shit called essential and non-essential. Like, nigga, are you essential or not? Is your business essential or non-essential? You gotta be able to identify that because you know essential businesses versus non-essential businesses. Non-essential businesses make more money than essential businesses. Essential businesses are the stores, first responders, essentials. There's a list of that shit. You could Google it. Those people need to be respected more. Those people need to be at the top of this in this capitalistic society. Unfortunately, the way that this thing is structured as a Ponzi scheme, they'll never get their just due. But they are the essentials. They'll always have that name. They'll always have that quote unquote title. They'll always be looked at like that. Yeah, Amazon is hiring for you niggas. Like, there's a lot of hiring going on. There's a lot of hiring going on. You know, the bodega is popping right now. They selling a whole lot of toilet paper. You know, doing a whole lot of toilet paper. Some people are saying Tom Hanks got locked up. I, I, I hope. I mean, if they did, I mean, I just want to see a little bit of proof. Keep digging. All of my pet detectives out there, just show me I want to see a mugshot of something, and you know, Yeah, and then like I said, what is being shown is that it's just time. It's too many of us. That's why I wish I could have got together with the creatives. This is what we may do. We may do a creative quote unquote quarantine where, you know, if we're not in the same house, we might just be online together, maybe 2 days out of the day. You know, it might be about, we might have to get in a WhatsApp group. It might be about 20 or 30 of us. And we just work on collaborations. We work with each other. We don't need nobody on there trying to brag about what they doing by themselves, nigga. Stay self-distance, my nigga. Stay in your fucking in your cubby hole, my nigga. We're not talking to you right now. You on your self-distance and shit, and you want to be an individual. We're talking about the community coming together, or the village, or the network, and creating something. I'm not gonna waste this time. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna waste this time. You know, I was gonna sign up to OnlyFans. I was thinking about it. You know, some of my female friends, they was asking me if I have an OnlyFans page. And I was contemplating it. You know, I've been in the gym, right? But then I thought about it. I was like, nah, y'all don't deserve me. I'm not doing an OnlyFans page. I'm gonna focus on some better things. You know what I'm saying? Like creating and being innovative and tapping in, you know? But I think that that would be beneficial to many of us, you know. I think that would be super beneficial to the collective if we were to identify our strengths and our talents and skill sets, and then we were to connect via technology until they shut this shit down. The computer, I mean, or the internet. Until they shut it down, we got the opportunity. You know what I'm saying? We have the opportunity now to do something that has not been done. Some of you are never going back to the job that you left. Your job will not exist anymore. You know what I'm talking about? Some of you, somebody said, don't do an OnlyFans. Your African toes might show. I mean, I was gonna do a page for the ladies with toe fetishes. I was gonna give y'all some toe work, you know, and I was gonna do an Afro beats. You know what I'm saying? I was gonna do a page where I dance to Afro beats in my speedo, you know, looking like the Tiger King, aka. But I don't know, you know, it depends. If shit get real drastic, if shit start getting real drastic, niggas that I know start getting the coronavirus, I'm like, fuck it. You only got one life to live. I'm gonna go ahead and launch that OnlyFans page. Scratch that off my bucket list. You know what I'm talking about? You know, yeah, I can't get all of the money for the ladies out there. Yeah, I can't get all the bread. I'm gonna have to tap in. You know, there's people out there with foot fetishes. But anyway, I feel that groups of us could take full advantage of the time that we have on our hands, and we could create something collectively, not by ourselves. We can, that doesn't, you know, that doesn't necessarily, in this time that we're in, that's not saying nothing. That's not the energy that we're on anymore. That's not what 2020 is trying to tell you, my niggas. It's not telling you to be an individual, regardless of what they're saying with their social distancing shit. You niggas never heard of that before. That's some new catchphrase that they just made up. You don't need to be social distance from brothers and sisters. You need your brothers and sisters right now. Because I'm telling you, if they decide that they want to start purging or doing something to an extreme, 30 days is a long time from now. You don't know what the fuck is going to come down the pipeline. And it looks like that they may be starting a war with China. Because I said to you before, it starts as a trade war and then it turns into a world war. there are provocations going on with China right now with this asinine president of ours, where they may fall out of they got all of these Republicans trying to blame the virus on China and all of it. And then the China saying that America might have a bioweapon. This shit is gonna spill into a war, because if any nation could show any type of proof that that nation was behind the coronavirus and it's a bioweapon, automatic war. Automatic war. Okay? Automatic war. There's no talking. It's going right to warfare, because that's a provocation of war. If America has been shown that they had something to do with bringing that virus to China from the shit that they was in Hong Kong doing. Remember, America was in Hong Kong the same time that the Wuhan shit got lit and whatnot. They were provoking Hong Kong, right, to disrupt China. This is what America's CIA was doing. So if anything was to come to find out that America had a hand in introducing that bioweapon into that sovereign land of China, it's on and popping. Look, somebody said in the war, everyone getting sick. 1918 to 1919, during the Spanish flu, guess who was the first one to catch it? It was a soldier out of Kansas City, and they went on active duty. There was a war going on outside, and them niggas had the flu. There was a worldwide pandemic and a war going on right at the same time. That shit don't stop. Did any of the wars, are they doing social distancing in Syria? Are they doing social distancing in the war zones right now? The niggas lay down their AKs to fucking stay inside? I don't think so. You know what I'm saying? I don't think so. The wars don't stop. As a result, these crackers need money. They out here taking L's on the stock market. They need a war right now. They're trying to get their ones back. So if you're 40 plus, you lived around the end. Yeah. You know, I could do good without the internet. I could survive. Like I did. I was here before the internet. Niggas that was born and don't know nothing but the internet. Y'all gotta have it hard. Yeah, and they sending out the census, and like right on time. Your census things is in your mailbox. I'm not filling that shit out. I don't know who they talk. I don't know what they talking about. I don't know what they talking about. You know what I'm talking about? They sending out the census. They want to know if you were colored. They want to know if you were Negro. They want to know if you were one of the blacks. They're not gonna find that out from me. You know what I'm saying? And then they got niggas once again dangling carrots. Trump talking about, I'm gonna cut you niggas a check. Now everybody like, I just want my check. I just want my check. I just want my check. I want my check. Right? A beggar nation. Right? The billionaire president dangling peanuts over you niggas' heads while he's bailing out these corporations for trillions of dollars. They trying to pull $1 trillion out of the air to feed the corporations and get them back up, and get this economy running again. You know what I'm talking about? And that check is to make sure that you put that money right back, because you're a consumer nation. You're a consumer nation. You're not a producer nation. You don't produce anything. We don't make shit. That's why you know how pitiful it is for the president and all of his cronies to get on live and start asking factories for help. Y'all can't get shit running without asking out for help. You couldn't get things popping. You couldn't say that 4 months ago when you knew something was happening. You couldn't put the word out 3 months ago. You know what I mean? You couldn't highlight the federal contractors to start making masks and whatnot. Like, what kind of incompetency is taking place in the White House? And how the fuck is nigga still functioning? And and for you Negroes talking about re-electing Donald Trump, yo, I will tie you up and drop you in a motherfucking in a wing of the hospital where everybody is coughing. Y'all need to go. You know what I'm saying? Y'all are batshit crazy. If you're running behind Donald Trump, right? After seeing the debauchery that took place, the tomfoolery that this man is involved with, if you wasting our time talking about we need to vote for Trump. He got the answer. He gonna make America great again. Y'all need a swift kick in your asses. You know what I'm saying? Cause y'all niggas is the worst. You know, all of these coons that be running around uh riding on top of his toupee, you know, you didn't see what he just did. You still excusing him? You gonna let that slide? The simple fact that he was like, yo, that shit ain't real. Then he was like, you know what? It's all right. You know, nothing is wrong. You know, it's gonna be okay. We're gonna get by it. America's great. You know, he was out there for about a month when he could have been doing something, and he was doing nothing. And now he's doing White House pressers and whatnot, trying to get reelected. In your face. Honestly, who was a good choice? They all need the corona. There's no choices. They all need the damn corona. We need to just start over again. All of them is crooked. All of them are quote unquote, it came from China. All of them are not only crooked, all of them are reptilians. All of them are reptilians. All of them are bottom feeders. All of them. Look at them. Y'all riding for Joe Biden? Y'all that slow? You niggas riding for Joe Biden, hoping for another Obama term and whatnot? Yeah, right. All of them look decrepit and retarded in lieu of the circumstances that we have going on right now. All of them look incompetent. How many of them went live? Huh? They letting Boozy go live every day. These politicians is not even going live. The politicians are not even going live. They're not even talking to the people. The most stand-up person in this whole shit is Mario Cuomo or Andrew Cuomo, the governor of New York State. To me, he seems like the most level-headed amongst all of these elected officials. Yeah, all of them look sick. They all look corona-ish. They all look corona-ish. You know what I mean? They not gangsters. They wanksters. They not gangsters. I won't even give them that credit. They not gangsters. Yeah, Andrew Gilliam. Yeah, pause. A huge pregnant pause after that nigga's name. Andrew Gillum. Pause. You out here grabbing ankles, my nigga. How about that? How about that? The New Jersey governor. Yeah, who is he? I know that the Chicago mayor, that bitch looks shot. She's not the one. She didn't pull up. She pulled up looking like she just came out of a spin cycle. You see her? You see her face? She look like she just came out of quarantine. Not a good look, Chicago. Not a good look. They look like they pulled out of the Chicago River and didn't even dry her off before she stood up in front of the. Nah, fuck that. Somebody like stop it. No, she has all of the symptoms. If you look at her, you know what I'm talking about. She has all of the symptoms. You know, the shook face mayor. Nah, she looked that. Yo, who wears baggy dress pants anymore? Huh? Who does that? What closet is she in? You know what I'm talking about? What closet is she in? Yeah, Lori Lightfoot, looking like Red Fox. You know what I'm talking about? How you wearing a bell-bottom Ann Taylor suit to a press conference? And Corona's gonna come and get you, my nigga. It's like Candyman. It's looking for niggas that's slipping, and she's one of them. So look out for her test results in the near future. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, she a stud. She should have wore fucking she should have wore some farmers looking like the baby. She should have wore some farmers to the goddamn press junket with her stud ass. Should have wore a hoodie. Somebody said her wife is hideous too. I'm gonna need to talk to y'all about those relationships too. We need a balance. Who saw the who saw Madam CJ Walker on Netflix? Can I get a 1 if y'all saw Madam CJ Walker on Netflix? So when I go in on Madam CJ Walker, y'all know what I'm talking about. I won't be talking to myself. Madam CJ Walker, crazy ass. Let's talk about it. Talking about the first millionaire. She out here stealing women's shit. What are you talking about? She not honorable. Fuck out of here. And what's up with the LBGT shit with Tiffany Haddish? You know what I'm talking about? I mean, homegirl that she was dealing with was wild cute. Tiffany Haddish, there was a scene in Tiffany Haddish where she looked like a straight man, though. What's going on with Tiffany Haddish? She had a 5 o'clock shadow. I want to talk to Tiffany Haddish's people and request some baby pictures because Tiffany might be Timothy Haddish. You know what I'm talking about? And I'm not going out because there's niggas out there on the internet. They'll show you pictures of people's ears and whatnot, niggas rib cages and being, oh, you see the ears? That means that that person is not who they say they are. Or did you see the ribs? That's not a rib of a woman. So that has to be a man. No, I'm not reaching right now. And what I'm saying is in that movie or in that Netflix series, there was a shot, I'm going to screenshot it, of Tiffany Haddish looking extremely mannish in the face. Extremely mannish in the face. You know? But anyway, so the Madam CJ Walker story on Netflix. Who was the lady? Viola Davis, right? Viola. Now, some woman got body hair. Okay. I didn't. Oh, you saying some people got body hair like because I saw a 5 o'clock shadow on her? That's her body hair. Okay, she's a bearded lady. Okay, what I'm saying though, it wasn't really the hair. It was the structure of her face. She had a turban. I think she was wearing a turban. She looked mad mannish. Oh, Octavia Spencer. Somebody said Octavia Butler. I don't think that was Octavia Butler. Octavia Spencer. Okay. Shout out to Octavia Spencer. Yeah, I know the mayor of Chicago told everyone she's gay. I know that. When they hired her, they knew that she was gay. It wasn't like she was hiding it and whatnot. You know, it wasn't like she was hiding it. And shout out to her. Shout out to the Chicago mayor because to be honest with you, being the mayor of Chicago, that shit will have you on live looking like that. You know what I'm talking about? It will have you on live looking like that. So I get it. You know what I mean? I get it. Yeah, Tiffany plays with Harvey. Tiffany and Harvey played a lot of games together. So, we got to talk about that one day. Tiffany and Harvey was real close. Lupita and Harvey was kind of close. Shout out to the Cash App. Thank you, Thailand. Thailand is my guy. That's my guy right there. He always looks out. Blair Underwear. Come on, Blair. God damn, he be reprising the same role about a nigga with a bad conk, right? Who's always scheming on the other chick, right? Who's always scheming on somebody. He's always downgrading. Blair Underwear, he's always downgrading when he's out here cheating on chicks in movies and whatnot. He's the most unloyal B actor that we have in the fucking craft. Somebody said, is he still around? Yeah. Look, somebody said, is he still around? I was watching Blair Underwear on LA Law. How far back do you go? Yeah, I was with Blair Underwear from the gate. Who the hell is calling me? I was with Blair Underwear from the gizzle. So right off the bat, I'm giving out spoiler alerts for the Madam CJ Walk. I'm a spoil some shit. I don't even know. It's not like it's a thriller. So it's not, well, spoiler, because you might want to see it, but spoiler alert. Okay. Immediately off the bat, they didn't waste no time with the color agenda, right? Thank you, Jacob. They didn't waste no time with the series to get right into the color shit. There was a red bone high. I'm using these words that they said, and I'm not, for all of my sisters out there that are of a lighter complexion, they call it your high yellow on Netflix. That's what they said. So I'm repeating it. So a high yellow mixed, because she had a white daddy, right? And they call her light bright. Yeah, light bright, right? What is adrenochrome? Adrenochrome is it's a substance like adrenaline that they extract from the body when you're in fear. Like if someone was to torture you, if someone were to torture you and then take the blood, the adrenochrome that's in your blood, they would be able to extract the adrenochrome, and that's very expensive on the market. And it was said that it gives you some regenerative purposes. You know what I mean? Like how adrenaline works. Going back to CJ, right? Going back to CJ. First of all, her name was Sarah. She done took her husband's name. His name was CJ, right? So she's Madam CJ Walker. Niggas told me that she was a madam, right? That was the word back in the days, like in the community, that Madam CJ Walker was a madam, and that she was pressing the prostitute's hair, and then that's how she got her shit going. That's some barbershop hood shit, because that's not what the movie was showing. So if anybody has any other type of quote unquote information that you might want to share that Netflix didn't show, because it said based off of her story, they didn't say that that was her story. They said based off of the story. And when you see based off of a true story, or when you see based off of true events, it's basically like, how niggas in the hood tell stories. It ain't what it used, it's not original, is the story ain't how it started out. They do a lot of that's how they interject agendas. So there was two distinct agendas going on in this movie. The colorism thing, team light skin, team dark skin, and then there was the LBGT thing with the lesbians and whatnot. You know what I'm talking about? And it wasn't no, it wasn't like a lesbian scene, but they was on a lesbian shit. The family of the woman who they were depicting, what was her name? Anna something? What's the lady who, thank you, Steve. I appreciate you. Thank you, all of my supporters on the Cash App. Give 1,000 thanks. You know what I mean? I appreciate every single one of y'all. What was her name? Anna something, right? Who knows the lady's name? But color was super duper heavy. Color was very heavy in that movie. And I would assume that it might be, okay, her name is Annie Malone, but in the movie they were calling her Addie, right? They were calling her Addie, right? um, Addie, right? You know, and Addie, Addie looked like she's Creole. I thought she was a Creole at first, but then there's a scene in the movie where Addie called her mama, and I've seen this before. I'm glad that they kind of pointed that out. Addie is like all Dominicans. Her daughter was a real lesbian. Okay, so that's cool. So I guess that the agenda was just to highlight that she was a real lesbian and that lesbians existed in the 1900s. You know what I mean? Because you know the LBGT people be trying to say, yo, you know, we was here, we've been here. You know, we just, you know what I'm saying? It's just we just don't got the promotions. You know what I mean? You know, like Cameron said, I'm the nicest rapper out, just not promoted right. So the LBGTs is like, we've been here, we just ain't been promoted right. So I guess this story is promoting them right. It's giving them their you know, their light, you know. So now somebody's saying no, she was not a lesbian. Okay, it was not confirmed that she was a lesbian. And then somebody else has said that she wasn't a lesbian. So we need to do a little more research to see what happened. Somebody said she was married 3 times. They didn't say that in the movie. Well, let me see something. She was married to 3 different men. Was that Madam CJ or her daughter? She married men. Okay. So in the movie, it wasn't like she married one man and that nigga was incompetent, right? She was married 3 times to men. I love y'all in the chat room with y'all fact checks, right? I love y'all with y'all fact checks. Okay. Her daughter, all right. So the movie is fabricated. So when we are in agreement, oh, she threw things that, yeah, I mean, you know, they were saying that they were moving to New York, and you know, New York was very progressive back in them days. So they had a lot of the gays, you know, the LBGT and stuff like that. You know, they was out there, you know, and they were allowed to express themselves. So was the movie about CJ or her daughter? It was shit. I don't know, because they was Tiffany Haddish. She played a strong supporting character. You know what I mean? They was basically focused a lot on both of them towards the middle to the end of the series. And whoever directed it, it was some hood shit going on. She told that nigga, pack your shit, nigga. I mean, it was just interjecting like modern day dialogues into the motherfucking context of some shit 100 years. They wasn't talking like that. Them people wasn't talking like that. The only person who had the proper speech was Cleophas. He was the only one that was on point with, you know, he was in time with the shit that he was saying, Cleophas. But everybody else, it was like they was improvising some modern shit, modern day fucking dialogue. I'm like, ah, yeah, she had a strong face. You know what I'm saying? And Tiffany is, you know, I ain't gonna lie to you. I seen Tiffany in the Bronx. I was with my dude. She was filming right in the Bronx at International P. He had them filming on his block, and I was trying to meet Tiffany. Capital meet M, capital meet. I was trying to meet. I was trying to, you know what I'm saying? I was trying to see if it was real. I was like, let's see how far we could take this red pill shit and see what's happening. You know what I'm talking about? Hey, what's up, Tiffany? How you doing? This is Brother Red. But nah, it didn't work out. She kind of curved the God. So now I'm going in on her. But anyway, the boxing scenes. I saw her face to face. Yeah, I saw her face to face. You know, yeah, I saw her face to face. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get chosen out in these streets. You know what I mean? Trying to get. I was just trying to see if I still had it or whatnot, but she wasn't interested. So yeah, she's into. You know, she's into. I think she's into that. You know, she swings with the Vienna sausages. But it was. What was this shot on Tyler Perry's studio? Because it looked very studio-ish. It looked very studio-ish. It looked like it was on a movie set for real, for real. You know when they have them scenes, you know that scene where she was like in a shopping center in an outdoor open air market. I'm like, this shit looks like a cheap ass Hollywood set, bro. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, had the bracelets on. Always got them on. What you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Always have it. I had a fresh cut and all of that. I need an Erica Badu. I got her vagina spray. You know what I'm saying? I don't think I need one. I don't. I don't think I need an Erica Badu. You know what I mean? Y'all would see me completely turned out up in this bitch. You know what I'm talking about? Oh, she's with Common. Oh, he's back. He's back to the sisters because that nigga was with Laura Dern, looking like his fucking biology teacher. He was with Laura Dern before. Who the hell goes out with Laura Dern? Like, what's that conversation about? You know what I'm talking about? How you gonna be Common? How your name Rashid, nigga, and you with Laura Dern? He lost me with that one. He lost me with that. And I'm not trying to, once again, I'm not trying to peek into nobody's bedroom, you know. But goddamn, my dude, you know what I'm saying? I thought it was I thought you had to pick of the litter, my nigga. I thought you was popping out there. I thought Carmen was dating Angela Rye. Yeah. Jay Elect and a Rothschild. Oh, y'all love some Jay Elect and a Rothschild. Y'all like bringing that up. Like I said, yeah, LeBron was a producer. LeBron was a producer. LeBron was a producer. Yeah. Okay. I think they would be a great couple. You know, I feel that she has stuff to she could learn from Common. He's a good brother. He needs to come back home. You know what I mean? If he's not home, he needs to come back home. You know what I'm saying? We calling all of our brothers to come back home. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all too far out in the sea, my nigga. You know what I mean? We don't want to lose you. Come back home. Come on. Come on home. We got some shea butter. We got some shea butter shorties waiting for you. You know what I'm talking about? Come back home. Let's detox you, my nigga. Let's get you right. You know what I mean? Let's get you some detox. Let's clean you out. Get you some bladder whack. Get all of that lice out of your hair. You know what I'm talking about? Quarantine you for about a month so you get that Becky smell off of you, and then you go right back to the sisters. That's how you do it. But going back to the thing with Madam CJ Walker, you know, I could see the light skinned chick trying to stun on her if that's true. But this is what happened. The family of came out and was like, that's not true. That they were going, that whole color thing was going down. I don't know. I wasn't there. And I would think that the woman's family, Addie, they would definitely say nah, because they really make her look crazy in the document. I mean, they make her look crazy in the series until the end. Now get this. At the end, after we rooting for Sarah, we like Blair Underwood, you a piece of crap. We team Madam CJ Walker. You get him, Madam. And then, they made Madam CJ Walker look super cuckoo too. They made both of them look kind of crazy. You know what I mean? Addie was kind of cuckoo. She was like, mad desperate, and she was like the villain. She was like, what's the lady from Dalmatians? What's the lady from the Dalmatians movie? Oh, somebody said Annie wasn't even like bright. Come on, man. Who did this movie? What's the agenda? Yeah, Cruella. They made her like they made her like Madame Cruella. Cruella DeVille. That's who they made her like. She was kind of like a villain. You know what I'm saying? And Madam CJ Walker, she couldn't do anything wrong. Her issue was that the world just didn't like her because she wasn't a quote unquote Walker girl. She didn't fit the criteria of the ideal of what Europeanized or the quote unquote what Negroes saw as beautiful in that day and time. That was her hang up, right? That was her hang up. And then she had a violent husband as well. De Blasio just begged Trump to send the army in. Yo, de Blasio is a I'm gonna keep that to myself. Yeah, well, I mean, it's a no-brainer that they're gonna do New York, and New York will trickle into the 50 states. You know, that's how they do it. New York is where they test. New York, once it, what goes in New York goes around the nation. You know what I mean? So when you see New York and LA do what they do, and then Atlanta, you're going to see it trickle into small town America. Okay, small town America. Like I said, with the army, with these people coming back from Afghanistan and Iraq and all of these places where they were committing war crimes under the administration of Trump, who's a warmonger, for them to be, you know, quarantine, taking people away and sending them places where you don't know, you know what I mean? And knocking on doors and taking IDs and all of that. That's not cool. You know, that's not cool. That's not cool. You know, I'm breaking up. New York is Gotham City. So by the end of the movie, though, it comes to find out that Madam C.J. Walker stole the recipe or the intellectual property that basically got her started. She's a thief, right? So they want us to celebrate, right? And this is dangerous for the women out there, right? Oh, nah, I think Mario Cuomo could run for president right now and beat all of the Democratic candidates. I don't know if he's a Democrat or a Republican, but Cuomo, based off of what he's doing in New York, he's gonna run for president in 4 years. Mark my word, if he don't get the corona. She didn't steal it, she made her own version. She said she made the shit better. So she invented the remix, right? She invented the remix. What I saw in the show was that she admitted to the quote unquote, she admitted to Addie that she took the idea from her intellectual property, she stole it, and she got on as a result of that. In the world that I live in, nigga, that's haram. That's not halal, my nigga. That's not held up to a high standard. We don't look up to people like that. And that's a dangerous motherfucking that's a dangerous precedence to set in the mind of these young children. You know what I'm talking about? That ain't it. Oh yeah, we're gonna deal with them. We got that. I got I got bot control, my niggas. You don't gotta worry about that. I got bot control. I can get him out of here. You know, take that. So let me clean the bots up. Give me a minute. Let me clean the bots up. I didn't feel that. And she was with W.E.B. Du Bois, right? And she's the mother of, if you want to fit into American society, bitch, you got to straighten your hair. You got to get your hair. You got to take that goddamn non-ether up out your hair. That was her. Was that what she really saying? You know, then it's then it's like the subliminals that they're trying to say is that, you know, if you get hated on, you know, by another woman, it's okay to steal their formulas. it's okay to steal them and become their competition. No, that ain't it. That's not a good message to send to nobody. That's how Europeans do it. Yeah, Booker T shut that shit down. He was like, get the fuck out of here with that straightening your hair shit. I ain't with it. I ain't with it. And what was she telling black women? I know y'all don't. I know y'all want to be accepted. And I know y'all want to feel beautiful. Y'all need to get some of this hair thing and do your hair right. I mean, that's not really my place because I let my shit grow. You know what I mean? And I'm not going to get on this show talking about black women's hair. You know how y'all feel about that. You know what I'm talking about? I ain't going to get on here getting on that. I'm just saying that I witnessed the documentary. I witnessed this. It's not a documentary. It's a movie. It's a mini series movie. I saw it the same way that you saw it, and I walked away from it not pleased. I was like, "What the fuck is the message? Like, what are we really being shown here?" I saw agendas. I was peeping agendas, and I was like, "These ain't good agendas." What I did appreciate is the fact that she was a hustler. I did appreciate her entrepreneurship. I did appreciate the fact that she didn't fold. I appreciated her strength and her drive, her tenacity. That was very upstanding to me. I loved it that. I appreciated that. You know, I really did. Some look, it's from the black men should not conversate about black women's hair, but we are tired of weaves. I'm just tired of the weave smell. Could y'all get that out? Could y'all remove the weave smell? Then we might have a compromise. If y'all could remove the weave smell and the motherfucking feeling of the tracks when a nigga trying to run his hand through your hair, whoever comes up with that, y'all finna touch you a trillion. If you could take away the smell of bad of I think what is it, synthetic hair, because it say silky Hawaii, but the shit don't smell like Hawaii. You know, it don't smell like Hawaii, and it don't smell silky. If y'all could, if y'all could switch that up, then we could compromise. You know what I'm saying? You know, what is this month gonna look like? That's all I want to know. What are we gonna look like after the quarantine? Because you can't go to the hairdresser. You know what I'm saying? She's practicing social distancing. She's trying to do hair on live. She trying to teach you how to do it. Look, put that glue. Yeah, put it right there. Okay. Yeah, sew that shit in. Yeah, get your daughter to sew it in. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, press that part in. Yeah, press it. Yeah, 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 yeah. They on live. Yeah, sit under your dryer. Okay, and I'll be back in 30 minutes. They doing hair through their phone now, social distancing. You know, they doing it from their phone. They doing hair on Zoom, my nigga. They doing hair on Zoom. They'll have you get a scissor and be like, all right, cut right there. And you be like, click. They're like, all right, now cut this part. Click. All right. Now grab the weave and put it on. Okay. Now start sewing. All right, sis. You good. Send me my Cash App. That's how they doing it. That's how they doing it. They being real improvising. They're improvising. So who gotta go to work tomorrow? Who gotta go to work? Which one of y'all are essentials? You know what I'm saying? Because I don't gotta go to work. You know, somebody said weaves and fake lashes must stop. Look, they said that the shit was in it was in Korea. The coronavirus was in Korea, and I'm hoping that everybody that got it worked in the weave factory. You know what I mean? What if that shit ravaged all of the weave makers and whatnot? All of the people who had a monopoly on black women's beauty products in Korea. What if they all got stricken down with the corona? I'm telling you, man, y'all better do some deeper research and find out if this is your ancestors working or not. Because to be honest with you, you'll block your blessings. Ain't it a new moon or full moon? We need to light some motherfucking candles. Yeah, I'm saying sisters, and this is once again, I'm staying in my zone. I'm staying on my side of the road. I'm not going to, you know, interject into women hygiene. But you know, just for the sake of not spreading the coronavirus, can we burn the weaves right now? Could we, you know what I'm saying? Or could we Lysol them shits? You know what I'm talking about? Could we leave the weaves outside of the apartment before we come in? Is there a weave rack? We need a hair hat, a hat rack to put the hair hat on because you don't want to get in the crib with the shit that done collected all of the corona from outside because it's airborne. Could we do that? Somebody said it's laying on the tracks. Corona on the tracks. That sound like a beat. Corona on the tracks. Whoop whoop. Niggas say they outside. Yeah, the weave need a mask. Can y'all get a mask for the weave too? Cause y'all out here with the I like the mask look. That's cute and everything. But put a mask on top of that bitch right there because she breathing too. You know what I'm saying? She breathing too. She out here breathing, you know, all of the air. So yeah, let's do that. Let's take care of the weaves. Oh, and the men too. I'm not sticking this on the ladies only. Brothers, if you got you a hair hat, take that shit off before you get in the house. Be considerate to little Timmy and them and whatnot. Take your braids, take your fucking cornrows, detach them shits, and leave them on a rack. You know what I mean? Leave them on a rack. You know what I'm talking about? Put them in a jar or something. But don't bring them home. Don't bring them home. You know, we need to be cautious these days. You know what I mean? We need to be cautious because we don't know where it's coming from. You dig? Yeah, all of the queens cut out. Look at the number. Oh shit. There's like fuck that. I'm going to watch Star and Buck Wild. This nigga's talking about weaves on it. But anyway, so that was it with the Madam CJ review. You know, I'm out here, y'all out here Netflix quarantine and chilling, and I'm doing reviews and shit. I'm being Siskel and Ebert for y'all, but still in all. There's another series that came on that I got traumatized after watching it called The Tiger King. Press one if you've seen The Tiger King. Now, The Tiger King is means for leaving white people alone forever. All right. The Tiger King is the evidence that we need that white people are all batshit crazy. Press one if you've seen The Tiger King. This nigga right here. Oh my goodness. This white boy, this motherfucker right here. Like every single person, this shit was worse than Duck Dynasty. This is on Netflix. It's a series too. Every single European that they profiled was a fucking nutcase on Tiger King. Yes, on Netflix. He is a gay. This nigga is a homosexual. He's in Oklahoma. He's a homosexual animal. He's an animal abuser. All right. He has a fucking circus with mad tigers. He be breeding baby tigers, right? But every single European that they show look like it's shit like the Adams family. You know what I'm talking about? That's what they call it, units. That's what the weave is called, a unit. Okay. Oh man. Let me see something though. Hold on a minute, y'all. So yeah, they all inbred. Yo, this nigga got a mullet. This white boy got a mullet. He looked like homie. Remember the villain in Despicable Me Part 3? Remember the villain with the mullet, the little skinny nigga? He looks like him. He looks like him. He had the, you know what I mean? He had the Yosemite Sam mustache. Mad crystal meth heads. All of them was on crystal meth. This nigga was a gay polygamist. Talk black to me. He's a gay polygamist. I've never seen, in all of the years of being in Harlem, I done seen niggas 6'6", right? I didn't see Negroes I didn't see black light in yet. I didn't see Negroes 6'6" in Harlem on rollerblades wearing tutus. You know what I'm saying? Tall, more. I'm talking about a tall tank of sugar, right? Just scrolling through. You know what I mean? On rollerblades with a tutu and no shirt on. I seen it all. I thought I did, but I never seen a gay polygamist. This nigga had like 2 husbands, yo. This nigga had about 2 husbands. Am I still gonna send out the sweatshirt if I order them? I can't send nothing out right now because, like I said, they done shut the whole New York down. You can't even the lab that I work out of, the warehouse is shut down, the lab is shut down, and we just hope that the post office don't get shut down. So, you know, shit is on pause right now. Now he was a tall tank of sugar. Just a whole, it's like the nigga looked like a tall candy cane. Just a tall candy cane of sweetness on rollerblades. So he was tall and fast, just scrolling down 2/5. But I thought I saw it all. But this European, what was his name? The Tiger King. He had 2 meth. The nigga first husband looked like homeboy from the Avengers from what's that movie? Guardians of the Galaxy. The real buff nigga, is that Locke Bresner? Is that Brock Lesnar? What's his name? You can't print labels for pickup. Yeah, I could print labels for pickup, but my merchandise, like, you know, all of my stuff is in the office. It's in the warehouse. Oh, Batista. He looked like Batista. He looked like Batista. He just was slimmer than him. He was missing mad teeth because he said crystal meth makes your teeth fall out. I didn't know that. You know, I still got mine. But these niggas was crystal meth heads. They were out here selling tigers. You know what I'm talking about? They was out here selling tigers like drugs, you know, and they were doing them wrong. They were doing them bad. And then he tried to kill somebody. He tried to kill his competition because his competition, this lady that lived in Florida, who was also, I think she's more batshit crazy than him. Yeah. How about that? That the dudes that said that they was married to him was not gay. Does that open up a conversation, family? I don't think we even have time for that tonight. Family, let me just share something with you for those that are in gay denial. You know, once you marry a man, you know what I'm talking about? These niggas went way past what Tank was trying to get away with. Once you marry a man, I don't care if he's pitching or receiving, my nigga, you're gay. G-H-E-Y. Gay. You know what I mean? That's on you. That's a super pause. How you say that you're not gay? And they went and got married. Well, one of them went and married got a lady pregnant, right? So he's bisexual. That's what it's called. And then the other one killed herself, right? So this dude, man, if you want to see a train wreck on scales that you've never seen, like this was some redneck entertainment that I wasn't prepared for. You know what I'm talking about? I thought I saw it all, but this shit right here, this is some interesting shit. This is the wacky world of animal big cat lovers, right? It's the wacky world of big cat lovers. Statistics show that there are more big cats in captivity that there are in the wild. So they have 20,000 cats, big cats, meaning ligers, tigers, and lions, right? Big ass big cats. And they have these cats in captivity, meaning that people like Mike Tyson, you know, the people who have the money to afford it. But you think that you got to be rich to own these cats? No, these white boys, a lot of the people who go hunting, the hunters, right? The hunters who go to Africa and kill, what you call it, the ones who go to Africa and kill for fun. Mm-hmm. The ones who go to the continent and basically kill elephants and rhinos and whatnot, some of them come back with tigers or lions and whatnot, and they have them in their house. In New York City, in the Bronx, a hood nigga in the projects, that nigga had lions, lizards, baboons. He had a whole zoo in a project apartment. What's fucking with? He's a legend. What's fucking with that though? You already know it's tight in them project apartments. He had a mini petting zoo in the PJs. There you go, game hunters. So the game hunters, the poachers and whatnot, they play a big part in smuggling these animals back to the states and whatnot. And there's more animals in captivity than there are big cats in the wild. This is the new slavery. They breed them like they breed slaves. The same way the niggas breed dogs like they used to breed slaves. The same way that they breed horses like they used to breed slaves. As a matter of fact, there's a breeding manual. I forgot the name of it. There's a breeding manual, right? And that breeding manual, um, that breeding manual uh comes from plantation owners. This breeding manual was a manual that was passed down to the animal breeders, but the breeding manual was utilized during the quote unquote breeding period, which was not that long ago. CJ Walker, Madam CJ Walker, she's a generation who was born, she's the second generation born from that quote unquote 1808. After the 1808, the breeder society or the breeder generations, or the time in America where they were introducing and implementing rape culture on a massive scale. She's Madam CJ Walker was like second generation to that. You feel me? So, two things that I walked away with. One, we could basically we could be we could be amongst lions, we could be amongst tigers, we could be amongst bears, we could be amongst these quote unquote wild animals, because you know, as long as we're not acting wild ourselves. He said that if you have a good heart, the lions and the tigers and the big cats will detect if you have a good heart. He was not telling the truth because none of these people had good hearts. The lady who they accused of killing her husband out in Florida, the big cat rescue woman who's cuckoo as fuck, she didn't have a good heart. The all the way the dude in Oklahoma, him and his husbands and his whole fucking staff, I don't think they had good hearts. These were fucking, they was out here killing niggas. So I don't know what they say. I don't know about that statement of if you have a good heart, that you will not, the cats won't attack you. I think that if you don't exude a lot of fear, the cats won't attack you. That's what I think. You know, if you don't exude fear, if you're not mad shook, you know, they won't get at you. The cat mafia. Yeah, the cat mafia real. Yeah, they get the animals on drugs. That, that what do you think? Them drugs that them people that be on CNN and Fox, they on animal tranquilizers and stuff like that. They take the same drugs that they dogs be taking. You know? Joe Exotic is, there you go. Joe Exotic. I call him the Tiger King. Joe Exotic. He had 228 tigers. They gave Joe Exotic like 20 something years. Joe Exotic starts snitching. Everybody started snitching. That's another thing. That's another thing. That they invented the snitching game. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear nothing about, yo, the code and whatnot. Yeah, they are the original informants. It didn't take them nothing to flip the switch. You know, The Tiger Man in the Bronx. Yeah, somebody I know that was locked. I think A.A. Rashid was locked up with the Tiger Man. He was telling me about Tiger Man. What's up, Bashira? Tiger Man had to feed him 50 pounds of meat every day. Facts. Facts. Where you getting all that meat from? You know what I'm talking about? Western beef? Where are you getting all of that meat from? You know what I'm saying? You know. Yeah, cats go for the frequency. They see frequencies and vibrations. Yeah, and I'm sure they seen that these people wasn't right. I see that. Oh, yeah, when the chimpanzee attacked the yeah, when he attacked the friend, yeah, and then when the lion, when the tiger ate the Asian girl's hand off. Remember that? So they get busy. They be popping off. Oh, Siegfried and Roy. Oh yeah, remember that? Siegfried and Roy. What's up with these gay cat lovers? Because Siegfried and them, they was some chichi man, and so was Joe Exotic. You know what I'm saying? They was doing all of that such shit. They was doing all of that body stuff in front of the cats. No wonder the cats was ready to scratch. You know, but yeah, yeah. It's an interesting show. I binged on it. It was like six episodes. I'm traumatized now. I gotta watch something to balance that shit because I'm super traumatized after watching that. Yeah, when Walmart threw the meat away, they would get it. But then you seen how they opened up a pizza shop? He opened up the pizza shop and he was using the Walmart meat for the pizzas. This nigga's a fucking legend, bro. You know what I'm talking about? Easy Mo B is doing a set. Yeah, where's the conscious DJs? Why don't y'all do a set and play some of our shit? Since everybody is DJing out their house now, that's the new thing. You know what I mean? I like that. I appreciate the DJs DJing. I just don't like when two celebrities are on live talking to each other. That shit is corny. One of the things that this whole quarantine showed me is that the quote unquote entertainers and the athletes, they're not as lit as I thought that they were. If they don't have a big camera, if they don't have a script, if they don't have certain platforms, they're not interesting. They're boring as fuck. They're boring as fuck. The only nigga out here super ratchet that's turned up is my evil twin, my dark hermit twin, because we're born on the same birthday. That's fact. You can look it up. Boozy badass. Now, I'm gonna just give you a profile of Philip Moreland, aka Red Pill. I'm crazy as fuck. And I didn't realize that until I saw who shared my birthday with me. Prince Charles, right? And if anybody was in class on Thursday, I played a clip of Prince Charles at the Davos 2020, right? He's down with the depopulation shit all the way. He's worse than Bill Gates. The Davos, DAVAOS, DAVAOS, DAVOS 2020. Go and Google it, right? Prince Charles, that nigga is Count Dracula in the flesh. I promise you, he is Count Dracula in the flesh. I got chills up my spine the minute he opened his mouth. That's how evil, that's how much evilness is exuding from this man. He born on my birthday. That's on the white side. You know, I got the royal crazy cracker, probably a pedophile and whatnot. This nigga is a eugenicist. He wants to Thanos snap all of you niggas. When you listen to his speech, listen to the subliminals that he's talking about. Whenever you hear Europeans talk about climate change and how that's the final solution, and they talking about hot and getting rid of carbon, nigga, you're carbon, and you the climate change. You are the climate change. Dracula is on Netflix. Might go check that out. See about Dracula. So you want to have a digital party? I want to have a digital party too. I don't want y'all don't go to Boozy Badass's IG live. I'm gonna just give you because if you got children, you can't, because that shit turned into a black porn site. I'm just giving it up how it is. You know what I'm saying? Boozy Badass's IG is a black porn site on Instagram. You don't want to see it. You don't want to see it. I'm bringing him up because I'm just showing you how crazy I am. Because these people are born on my birthday. That nigga is Dark Kermit. I don't know if I would bring him on the show. He's a little too ratchet. But that nigga be doing verses for the Lolo. You know what I'm saying? I might get him for a verse. I might get Boozy for a hook. That'll get some of you niggas in from the bottom to book me a little bit more. You know, you know what I'm saying? You might be able to get your big homie to listen to me if I get on a song with Boozy Badass on a hook. You know what I mean? I might remix Wipe Me Down. Because I need some wiping. But that nigga is my Dark Kermit because he's on Instagram doing some shit that I didn't think that Instagram would allow. And it's not really Boozy. It's the people who get on a live with him. He's just saying, yo, I got $50 for some titties. And the women, I mean, fellas, if your girl pulled up on Boozy's live, I feel bad for you because she was out there showing out. She was showing out. I'm a Scorpion, so I'm always gonna reference some nasty shit. That's just what we do. You know what I mean? But yeah, IG is popping right now. It's off the crane. It's off the train. But to me, the best IG live was D Nice Sunday School. He was DJing. I was so depressed about Dr. Afrika. I was so down yesterday. I was hurt. Like that was my man right there. He was one of the only master teachers who was stunned on me. He was one of the only master teachers who came on Know the Ledge radio and basically stunted on me and Blue Pill. Had us feeling like fucking children. You know what I mean? Because if you know Dr. Afrika, then you know that he don't give a shit, right? He don't even want to be there sometimes. So we did a show with him in like 2013 or 12 or something. That nigga didn't even want to be on the show. You know what I'm saying? But when I saw him in the flesh, he didn't know who Red and Blue Pill was at that time. You know, he just was like, I'm just doing this to promote my upcoming lecture with King Simon. And I had to be, he showed me patience. He showed me poise. He showed me not to get emotionally about because I'm so used to the elders interacting with me and being we bouncing off of each other. I'm used to that type of camaraderie and that energy. He wasn't doing that because that's how he's not giving you an easy pass. You got to gain his motherfucking trust. If he likes you, you're gonna have to earn the like. And I respected that from him because he did not come on and he did not allow us to just simply run with the ball. He made us earn the like. And we have a beautiful rapport ever since then. Whenever he saw me in blue, it was always love. You know what I mean? Even his queen, Dr. Melanie, she even extended love to us. Dr. Melanie Stevenson, make sure y'all support her because she has the books and she has the herbs and she's also a teacher and she's also a doctor and she's going to carry on his legacy. And I'm hurt right now. You understand? I'm hurt. He was 74. He was 74. Somebody said what age? He kept it a super buck. Like I said, you'll never get another one of him. You'll never get a Dr. Afrika. All and I respect all of the new teachers. I love well, let me stop saying I love you niggas because I don't. But I love KT. It's my brother. I'm not loving, I got love for what the new doctors are doing. Let's just say that. I love all of the Sabi clones. Even all of the people who be coming out of the woodwork talking about they Sabi this, Sabi that. And I be like, nigga, I never seen you in a day of my life. You wasn't in the gym shooting with Sabi during the 80s, my nigga. So I don't know where you coming from. Shout out to Ba'a. Shout out to Sasa. Shout out to Usha. That's who I know. And that's no offense to nobody else, but nigga, you wasn't with him when he was shooting in the gym. Y'all, a lot of people came out the woodworks. Dr. Sebi from the 80s into the 90s, Ma'a, Usha, and Weewa, who made the herbs. That's the fam. So going back to what I was saying, because you cannot clone Dr. Sebi. Niggas running around trying to be Sebi clones. You don't have it. You don't got the charisma. You know what I'm saying? Cut it out. Let that man live in his own fucking shadow. Stop trying to be somebody that you're not. Yeah, shout out to the Sabi babies. I could give KT, even if KT wasn't my blood brother, even if he wasn't my younger brother, I would give him all of the props because I saw him there day one. He's a day one. You understand? If his son Sasa comes out and it's like, yo, I'm running with this, nigga, you a day one. Because I know your father. I saw your father supporting you. You know what I mean? You a real one. But I don't know about all of these other people that be running around. I have no. I mean, and that's just me. I'm not the Sabi fucking. I'm not the last word on all things Sabi. Yeah, the Comcast. Yeah, Byron Allen lost to Comcast. Yeah. Yeah, in the middle of the coronavirus. I thought that the goddamn Supreme Court was shut down. I thought that the Supreme Court was shut down because of the coronavirus. You know what I'm saying? I thought Clarence Thomas or one of them niggas had that. But obviously, he lost. And I'm not taking it personal. You know, I'm not taking it personal. I'll let him address it and what the implications of it means. But I'm not taking it personal. You know, somebody's like, oh, that means that the Civil Rights Act and they could put us back in this and this and that. Look, Cleophas and you niggas, y'all run around acting scary all day if you want. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to allow that to have any kind of effect on my life. Not at all. He passed in his sleep. Lou Rawls, what about him? Didn't he sing? I used to listen to Lou Rawls. The ADOS fake shit got exposed. Whoa. What's up with the CEO stepping down? We covered that in the beginning of the show. That's like giving somebody a stock tip. They have quote unquote stock tips. They knew what was going on. They knew that industry 4.0 was coming in. They knew that there was time to sell the stocks and go hide in a bunker. It's a lot of them in bunkers right now. I spoke to my brother who went to Africa about 2 weeks ago. Shout out to Nana Yao. Shout out to Nova Felder. I spoke to a brother who said the whole plane was filled with Europeans going into the continent. Packed. You know what I mean? The whole internet, they was getting up out of here weeks ago. Weeks ago. They knew what it was. And like I said, it's not just the quote unquote coronavirus, it's the quarantine, it's the collapse of the economy, it's the financial crisis, it's the quote unquote army, it's the possibility of them niggas coming in and starting to rendition certain people. It's that part. That's what you got to worry about. You know what I mean? It's the fact that if he declares martial law, certain protections and other things go off of the books. They're already trying to suspend habeas corpus. They are already trying to suspend habeas corpus because of the coronavirus, meaning that they could lock you up for violating your curfew or looting and whatnot, or whatever, or refusing to take the quote unquote vaccine, and they'll determine when your court date is. You're not getting a court date in 72 hours. The judge don't want you niggas to breathe on them. How did Dr. Afrika die? Like I said, Dr. Afrika died in his sleep. Yeah, Detroit is letting people out of jail. A few places is letting niggas home. Tekashi 6ix9ine wants to come home. Bill Cosby wants to come home. Uh, Harvey Weinstein got the coronavirus. I hope he dies. He's a monster. I hope he dies. You know, y'all let me do the heavy lifting. I'll do the dirty work. You know what I mean? I hope he dies. Fuck him. You know, he's a piece of shit. Straight like that. I have no qualms whatsoever about fire burning all of these motherfuckers. I'll say it if you won't. Oh, they letting inmates over 50 out? Yeah, let Bill out. How about that? Let Bill home. Put him on house arrest. You know what I'm saying? The cities, the places we should be trying to get away from. Absolutely. 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 You know, just for now. Just for now. Did I ever get paid from survey junkies? Nope. Nope. I gotta talk to Mr. G about that. I ain't get up with Mr. G yet, but they ain't give me for no money, but nah, them niggas ain't give me no bread. I had 17,000 coming, ready to pay down for a house and everything. Nah. People talking about an asteroid. Look, I can only do one tragedy at a time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't do asteroids right now. But I'm gonna let you know this. We got the carrot bars popping, and we got the motherfucking Forex popping. So I'm not even stressing that. You got to keep moving. You got to keep it moving. This is 2020. Has 2020 not showed you that it's lining niggas up for the fade? I got my fade early in the game. I'm good now. Yeah, the spring break. You know, the Miami police is gonna beat up all young people. The regular police is gonna be beating up young people because they are under the impression that young people are spreading the virus. There's a lot of propaganda going on right now that young people are breathing on old people. Young people are acting like that they're immune. Young people are basically, just uh thumbing their nose to the authorities. So the authorities are going to be very aggressive towards the younger people. Like I said, this is going to play out during the curfew time. This is going to play out during National Guard time. This is going to play out during the quote unquote knocking on your door to make you take the vaccine time. This is going to take place during all of that. That's when you're going to see the aggression that the quote unquote armed forces or the police departments really have for the youth, because the youth are going to break the laws. The youth are not going to obey the quarantine. They're not going to obey the curfew. They're not going to obey any of this shit that these motherfuckers is trying to put on them. And it's going to turn into something that, it is what it is. You know what I mean? The shit happens. It's always been like that. The youngins, the youth are rebellious. The youth are going to rebel. The youth they don't feel vulnerable. Their spider senses are not going off about corona. They don't feel vulnerable at all. They like, yo, I don't feel like this don't apply to me. This ain't on me. My spider senses is not telling me there's nothing to worry about. They're a little more connected than a lot of other people. And they watch the internet. They don't watch TV like that. So they know about 5G. They know about a lot of shit. They like, fuck out of here. This ain't on us. This ain't about us. And to be honest with you, that mentality is a quote unquote, that's an immune. That's part of your immune system, your mentality, because it starts in your mind first. So if you are immune, if you're saying that I'm bulletproof, if you're saying that this shit can't fuck with me, then you have built up your first line of defense. Now let's see if your goddamn cells agree with you. Let's see if your quote unquote immune, if your system agrees with you, because if it does, then you're good. Then you're good. Am I taking a vaccine? Nigga, I'm going to jail. If they lock niggas up for not taking the vaccine, nigga, make my bunk. I'm coming out looking like added BC, my nigga. I'm coming out right. You know what I mean? I'm coming out with the face tats. Yeah, I'm gonna lay up. I'm laid up. You know what I mean? I'm gonna write a few albums. I ain't going. I'm not taking the vaccine. I'm not taking the vaccine. I'd rather have a fight on the yard with 8 shanks before I let them niggas put that shit in my system. You know what I'm talking about? So I could be out here tweaking in a few years. I'm good. They dealing with nano genetics, biogenetics. You know, they dealing with a lot of stuff that I don't have the time for that shit. You know what I mean? I don't have the time. I did 90 days in a box in the 90s in my teenager years. So isolation don't mean nothing to me. Self-isolation, being quarantined, nigga, I did this already. I'm good. My and I'm letting you know this, that it's not for everybody. Some of y'all gonna lose your minds because if you isolate a person, I mean, y'all got the opportunity. You're not in a 8x8 cell. You're not in a fucking box where they slide food under your door like you a dog and whatnot. Where you don't know what time it is because you don't have a TV, no newspaper, no watch, nothing. And they turn on the cold air and you don't have no goddamn underclothes. You just got your jumper on. Y'all not going through that. You're gonna go through some simple shit where the universe is making your ass sit down for a minute and get off of the hamster wheel. You know what I'm saying? I got my sea moss right here. You know, I got some herbs. I'm not eating no meat. Pause. I'm not doing the meat. Pause. I'm not doing. I'm trying to stay off of the starches. You know, a lot of the shit that the virus would feed off of. Remember, people running to Walmart. I went to the store. I went to ShopRite. All of the meat is gone. All of the pork is gone. All of the beef is gone. All of the chicken is gone. So all of that come from China. And it's going to be proven to you the coronavirus been in America since like January. You know what I'm talking about? It been out here for a minute. So it's a lot of people that already got it. They've carrying it. You know, the food, I don't trust the food. I'm on a fast. Yeah, I just showed they got a fast right now with Brother Rich and KT the Arch Degree on WhatsApp. Go and sign up to that. You gotta send Brother Rich a cash app, I think, and then you get on. But that cat that WhatsApp, that shit is popping. My phone is going off every minute. There's hundreds of people in this fast and WhatsApp. Here's the WhatsApp right here. Shit is lit. It's called the hold on, what is it called? Come on, camera. Don't do this to me. There you go. It's called the CMOS Immunity Builder. The CMOS Immunity Builder. If you go to jail, they're gonna give you the bad batch of the vaccine. That's another thing. That's another thing that I said that I'm not gonna sign, I'm not gonna walk into the jail. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna be MORE, Moors on the run eating. I'm just gonna dodge that shit. I don't know. But my mind is telling me no. It's like, nigga, you're not going to get the vaccination. That's a no-no. You're just not gonna do it, and we're gonna figure out every way to avoid doing it. And I promise you, they're gonna treat unvaccinated people like they have the plague. They're gonna treat unvaccinated people is gonna be treated worse than homeless people in the near future after this fucking scare that they got on the people. You'll join a Jehovah Witness. Nah, fam. Remember, there's no religious exemptions in New York for vaccines. They did away with all of that shit. New York was the first place to start that. And like I said, starts in New York and it goes nationwide. They did that before the coronavirus, dealing with the measles and the other shit. So you can't run around and say, "Oh, nah, you know, I'm a piece a Episcopals." Thank you for the cash app. You can't say that. They're like, yo, no religious exemptions. We don't care if you Nanga Bingi. We don't care about Jehovah Witness or none of that. Come and take this, take that. Take this shot, my nigga. Take that up with Jesus, my nigga. Tell Jesus to take the wheel and and deal with it. Somebody said, "What's up with the app?" I think we might be ready by Thursday. This Thursday. I'm doing a third eye Thursday. I'm not doing oh, what's your WhatsApp? Oh, you said my WhatsApp. My WhatsApp is it a name? How is it? My WhatsApp is a number, I think. Huh? Let me see what my WhatsApp is. Just put red pill in WhatsApp and I'll come up. I'm under red pill. Wait a minute. Is there somebody that's in jail watching this right now? Let me see something. Is there somebody in jail right this moment in the chat so they could give us an update of what's going on in the pokey? Oh, they said we in a jail already. I mean, this shit feel like the Bing, don't it? They created society is crunching in so much. This is starting to feel like the Bing. This shit feeling like the shoot. Curfew is basically like, lights out, niggas. Trying to go in, lock in. Oh, I seen this on the internet. Steam in your nose with this is some new shit to burn off your nose hairs. Steam in the nose with lemon, lime, orange peel, boil the water and breathe it for 15 minutes. Okay? Make sure you don't do that with your Fenty and your fucking Mac your makeup on while you're doing it, because it's gonna be an ugly scene. You know what I mean? But I guess I mean I'm not running around. I don't know if this works or not, but they on the internet saying to do that. So if that's what you want to do, because that's gonna moisten your mucous membranes or something, and the virus lives in your nose and your throat. So that's gonna help you moisten everything because you need moisture, right? So yeah, if that's what you gotta do, then you do that. You know, you do that. Anything that I gotta do to either get your people who get it or yourself back to health, or to prevent. This is about preventative measures. This is about preventative measures. This is about building up the immune system, right? Strengthening it. That's what we're going to do. So, going back to Dr. Afrika, Dr. LLAILA Afrika, the irony of what we're seeing is a man like that, one of the last standing giants of that era, dealing with holistic health. We lost Dr. Sabi, we lost Dr. Baba Dick Gregory, you know, we lost a few other people who, their names are not even mentioned, but Baba, LLAILA Afrika, you know, he has the intellectual property, he has books, he has quote unquote lectures. He was working with Dame Dash Studio, I believe, you know, and he's not with us anymore, you know, and it's sad as fuck, you know what I'm saying? But and what you call it, just knowing how this thing works, that the inevitable is that we are all going to quote unquote make our transition one of these days. What I'm going to focus on is that man's legacy and his importance to our community, and the fact that he's been doing this for a very, very long time. And he was a G. Like, he was, yo, man. I remember the summertime when I went to see him in Brooklyn at Nicholas. you know, and I was looking at his product line, and I was looking at his books, and I was just looking at how him and his wife were working together, and it was like a family business, and I was so proud of him. You feel me? Like I was so proud just to know that I knew him, just to be like, yo, I know Dr. Africa. He fucks with me. He knows my name. You know what I mean? Like that meant something to me. And I just was in awe of his persona. You know what I mean? Because he had an ill persona. Like he would say, I be saying shit that I'm a shock. I'm not a shock jock. Like I'm not shock therapy, but I say some shit that'll be shocking sometimes. But he was the king of that shit. Like he would just roll some shit off, and you'd be like, no, he didn't say that. But then you're laughing, you know, and I like to laugh when I'm learning. It helps me learn even better. You know what I mean? If I could get a little bit of comedy, it's not that serious and whatnot. It goes down easier. Can you give us an affirmation to use to stay protected? All right. The affirmation to stay protected is I am willingly activating my immune system to hold me the fuck down. Immune system, hold me the fuck down. Yeah, that's your affirmation. Immune system, you will hold me down. This is a moon tonight. We got to get on our affirmations. So, um, take advantage of tonight. Take advantage of your affirmations. Take advantage of the moon, right? And yeah, he was very sarcastic. That's the word I was looking for. He was sarcastic as hell. You know what I'm saying? But the sarcasm was confidence to me. It was a confidence. You know what I mean? And he was annoyed with these niggas. Yeah, he was like, I'm tired of you niggas. You know. But I loved his wit. I loved his wit. You know, he was a very funny man, and he won't be mixed. He won't be missed. And I can't say that I'm gonna carry on his work because that's not my field of work. But for those that are in that field, I would only ask that you respect his legacy and don't try to clone him. And, you know, if you're going to carry on in his name, at least check in with his wife. You know what I'm saying? Don't be Dr. South Africa. You're Dr. North Africa. Niggas pop up out of nowhere on Instagram like you're these clones. And no, don't do that. Dr. Africom, Dr. Afro Beats. Don't try to be creative and run around trying to copy niggas. You know what I'm talking about? Like y'all did Sabi. You know, let that man, like I said, let that man do what he do and pay homage to his legacy, and keep his name alive. And that's what that's what I'm gonna leave y'all with. You know, he was definitely young. 74 is young. My dad is 75, and my dad been smoking cigarettes since he was 13. Drink coffee, eat everything that he want. He's 75. You feel me? So the elders who are healthy, you know, I'm expecting them to be 100 sometimes. That's just how it is. Like I thought Sabi was gonna make it to 100. That was it. That was a no-brainer to me. you know? But we all have our time, and it's hard to explain, why some people's time is before others, but it is what it is. You know what I'm talking about? His work is legendary. His work stands the test of time. You know, yeah, somebody said my dad is a soldier. Yeah, my dad is a soldier. My dad is a legend. You know what I'm saying? My biological father. Wayne, he's a legend. You know, he's my hero. He's been there from day one. You know what I mean? He ain't take no days off. So, um, so yeah. With that being said, I'm going to tap out. And get back to what I was doing. Like I said, I have a baby on the way, so mentally I have to prepare myself. This is a very trying time. It's going to take a lot, you know what I mean, to deal with these Caucasians if they involve themselves or if they're involved, if any. And if they're not involved, it's still going to take a lot to do this shit on our own, you know. But my baby is going to be a legend. I'm going to be like, nigga, you was born during the coronavirus, and that's what it is, you know what I'm saying? I'll be back on Thursday, God willingly, if that's not because the baby is due in 2 days. So if I'm not, in daddy mode, I'll be back and we'll talk. We have a class coming up next Thursday, and I'd appreciate if the family, you know, go ahead and get your early bird tickets. I'm going to put together the Eventbrite tonight. It'll be up in the Eventbrite. We're going to do Quantum Supremacy 2020. And in Quantum Supremacy 2020, I might even put Quantum Supremacy on YouTube for free to let y'all see it. It's on Brother Rich's channel for pay-per-view. We did it a few years ago, but the shit is legendary, dealing with quantum, quantum everything. You know what I mean? The quantum internet, quantum computing, quantum entanglement, all of that shit that we need to know about, because that's the war, that's the race that China, that's the race between China and America and all of them right now. He who controls the quantum controls the world. Remember, I told you that. He who controls quantum controls the world. That's the key to the future. That's the key. There is no more white supremacy. There's quantum supremacy. Quantum supremacy. You understand? So we're going to get into that. Another solution based lecture that's going to be chock full of information that you'll be able to benefit and do further research on, and one day teach others the same way that we're teaching the fam. And also, we have last week's class, which is 5 hours, right? It's available for everybody and a mama to visit to view. You don't have to have been there on third. You could watch it on your own leisurely time. Now we have time on our hands, so hit me up if you want to get any one of the videos or the lectures on demand. Um, American Gods 1, 2, and 3, In Too Deep 1, 2, 2.2, Fear of a Black and More Messiah, Year of Fear 2020 1 and 2, and we have the last one that we just did, which is the quote unquote evolution will be digitized 2020. I'm selling the whole bundle for $1. Talk black to me. Hit me on the Cash App and send me your email, and we'll build from there. All right. And Blue Pill will be back on this channel. Same bat time, same bat channel with Tough Talk Tuesdays with Ken Bripson tomorrow. So pull up for Blue Pill. And we might even be doing a Wednesday KCO Radio 2020 show. Yeah, I hope my baby is an Aries too. I got an Aries moon, so it's only right that I bring an Aries in. You know what I mean? I'll be able to understand the young boy, the young God a little bit more. I got an Aries, I got a Scorpio, a Virgo, and yeah, I could use an area on the team to run the ball. You know what I'm talking about? So, with that being said, hopefully the information that we shared tonight was empowering. Hopefully, the family got something out of it, and you can take this back to whoever that you need to be, that you want to build with. And yeah. And like I said, we'll be back. I'm gonna end this on this song All praises is due to Allah from J Electronica and Jay-Z.
Tired of your high wireless bill but love your phone? We understand. Now it's spring. Bring your phone and get an unlimited plan.
You know, we're going to end it on this note. And like I said, if y'all need me, just holler at me. You know how to get in touch with me. You know what I'm talking about? My IG is right here. This is my IG. This is the best way to get at me. It's through the Instagram, the DM, you know, a lot of DM action. But I look through a lot of the messages and whatnot. I make sure I get to them. Hit me on a DM if you need to build on anything. Yeah, we could chop it up. Yeah, Red Pill, EL_Filthmore. That's my name. Don't wear it out. You know what I mean? And yeah, that's what it is. So with that being shared, bliss up. You know what I'm talking about? It's a boy. It's a boy. I got a boy coming, not a girl. I got a boy. You know what I'm talking about? So bliss up. Big up yourselves. Love and light to all of y'all. Shout out Bashira. I'm coming to get some formula from you, my brother. You know what I mean? Coming to get some formula from you. You know, love on your seeds, y'all. Kiss on them babies, man. Love on your elders too, man. Let them know that you love them, man. Let them know that you are there for them and you respect them. All right? Can y'all hear that? Can y'all hear?
It's like right before this shit, though. They doing all kind of shit. I got numbers in my phone that'll never ring again. Cause a lot of them send them home and they'll never, I got numbers on my phone that'll never ring again. Cause a lot of call them home. So until we sing again, I got texts in my phone that'll never ping again. I screenshot them so I got them. I don't want this thing to. I got numbers in my phone that'll never ring again. I got numbers in my phone that'll never ring again. Cause a lot of them call them home. So until we sing again, I got texts on my phone that'll never ping again. Subscribe them so I got them. I don't want this thing to end. I got numbers on my phone that'll never ring again. Cause a lot of them call them home. So we never sing again. I got texts on my phone that'll never ping again. I screenshot them so I got them. I don't want this thing to. Sleep well. Sleep well. Maybe I haven't been sleeping well. Sleeping well. Sleep well. Sleep well. Lately I haven't been sleeping well. Sleeping well. Sleep well. Sleep well. Lately I haven't been sleeping well, man. I'm just vibing out right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? You know, because it's so good, right? Because it's like, man, it's needed. You know what I mean? Gotta finish the scriptures, man. It's needed, man. It's needed. Eyes fiery, cry tears to my diary. Sometimes a Xanny bar can't help you fight back the anxiety. I go to my Lord quietly. Teardrops on my faces. Teardrops on my faces, like teardrops become waterfalls by the time they reach my laces. My eyelids is like levees, but my tear ducts is like glaciers. As I contemplate creation, the salt that heals my wounds brought my eyes is like libations. I can't stop my mind from racing. I got numbers on my phone, pictures on my phone. The day my mama died, I spoke her texts all day long. The physical returns, but the connection still stays strong. Now I understand why you used to cry sometimes we ride down Claiborne. You just missed your mama. Now I just miss my mamas. The clothes we wear to bed at night, the sleep is just pajamas. The flesh we roam this earth in is a blessing, not a promise. I bow with those who bow to the Creator and pay homage. Sleep well. Lately I haven't been sleep well. I even hit the beach to soak my feet and skip some seashells. Sleep well. The lump inside my throat sometimes is towers like the Eiffel. Sometimes I wonder, do the trees get sad when they see leaves fell? Sleep well. The last time that I kissed you, you felt cold, but you look peaceful. I read our message thread when I get low and need a refill. Sleep well. Sleep well. Sleep well. Lately I haven't been sleeping well. Sleeping well. I got